Here we are with Transformers, Fellowship of Cybertron, Season 1, Episode 5. I am Devin, the Overlord, Tarantulus, and to my left, we have people playing a variety of things.
Nicole playing Breakout, who is made up of Smash and Grab, who are the pair playbook.
And an Autobot Wrecker.
And an Autobot Wrecker.
Tyler, who's playing Flutter, a neutral LV, which uses the Elf playbook.
Kevin playing Necronome, the unaligned spider.
Peter as Multiplex, the Decepticon giant.
Okay. Gang, recap what happened last adventure.
Well, it was a roller coaster of emotions, starting in the Temple of Adaptus and so on, where we hang out with people like Ambulon and Gearshift and so on, and they had sad stories. And then we went on a nice stroll down to the forest, and it was a nightmare. Full of personalized nightmares.
Very big nightmare.
And we met Punch.
Among other people.
You did meet Punch. Punch is hanging out with you guys now.
And then we arrived at home.
And we saved the LVs.
We met with Dreadwing, and Demolisher, and Frenzy, and Rumble, and some Decepticons.
Yeah. That is all very much correct. So, you are in home, the city of the LVs. Let's set the scene. So, home was set at the bottom of a waterfall, right?
Yes.
So, big standing machine platforms, kind of like an oil rig sticking out of a sea of oil. Duh. Cascading, burning grease, pouring over like old piping and like excess, discharge areas from like the city center itself. Shining chrome, solar collectors, for when sun does come out through the burned sky of Cybertron's, scorched atmosphere. Everything is flickering and lit up with the still molten parts of the city hit by weapons fire and explosions. There are actual open grease fires burning from barrels that are being put out. And just electricity arcing all over the place. Spilled energon causing small flare-ups here and there. And we find our fellowship. You were standing among the wreckage, I believe. After having driven off the Decepticon General Dreadwing, and having handled Frenzy and Rumble, and taken care of, what was that, Demolisher?
Demolisher.
Having dispatched Demolisher.
Poor hungry giant.
Yeah. We were standing outside the council chambers.
Alright, so we zoom in on that, camera-wise.
Swing the spotlight. Who wants to take it?
Yeah.
Flutter? Your people?
Sure. How's everyone doing? Everyone come through that okay?
Just kind of glances over at Breakout. Yeah, I didn't feel a thing.
Sorry about the hole. The giant...
Your
multiplex
hand-sized hole through the city's central plate.
Yeah.
People are putting metal over and welding it.
I think I'll just hang out here in the oil maybe for a while.
Yeah, that might be for the best. That was a cultural center that you smashed.
I mean, that's where the Decepticons, other ones were. Sorry.
No, that was in a hospital, so...
But if you're all feeling up to it, we should probably go introduce ourselves to the council before they take any action against you, considering that you are all technically interlopers.
Oh, I'd love to see them try. Yes, let's.
From Demolisher's belly, you hear, yeah.
Those Jeromies.
I thought there wasn't anything left in his belly.
No, you threw the two
right,
guys in
we
there.
threw the two guys in there.
Yep.
That's their prison.
Get into my belly.
So we'll head in to meet with the council.
All right, well, you go into the council chamber. All right, Tyler. Command Lord, tell us about this council chamber and the council.
Okay. So the council chamber is a large domed building But inside, it's sparse and largely empty, so that everyone who comes in can meet and talk on equal footing. Usually, only one or two outsiders are allowed, like not outsiders in terms of non-LVs, but in terms of non-council members, are allowed in at any given time to speak with them, and it's considered a great honor and privilege to be allowed inside. The council itself is made up of 5 different members, one from each of the major tribes of the LVs. And I don't know if Transformers have families.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, okay, LVs definitely do as well.
Yeah. People cluster in communal groups.
One of the members of the council is my father. He's also the only one who voted against me being sent as the champion of our people.
All right.
The names of the council members are Updraft, Scope, Aileron, Blackwing, and Stasis.
Okay, can you paste that into Discord?
I was making finger motions at Peter, prompting him to start typing. Okay, and generally, what are the council members like? Who's your father?
My father is Stasis.
Perfect. And they all look kind of like you, right? Your body pattern?
They all look like different kinds of spy craft. So
like an American UAV might be a bigger one, and you'll still have like little tiny GoPro drones and stuff.
Yeah, and another one might turn into like a submarine. One might be like an observation balloon kind of deal. So
Spice of the night.
That all makes sense.
yeah, themed around spying, but not necessarily in the same way.
Unmanned drones, intelligence gathering.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The neck sound. Alright, you all enter. Would there be other people here?
No, just the council.
Okay. So the 5 LV council members are here. Are they on a roost around a table?
They're gathering in the middle. The idea is that there's not supposed to be any kind of trappings, because this is a place where people come from their homes, like their respective tribes, to gather in. And you don't want anything ostentatious, because you don't want people to get too used to being there. And you also don't want it to go to the council members' heads. They're all supposed to meet as equals. So there's nothing that would elevate anyone above anyone else.
All right.
And you all have to very much stoop to get inside.
You keep walking.
Break out just...
So-
outside.
I guess I owe you a kind of explanation?
They're all looking at you. What was it? Updraft has like a Halon gun and is just staring at you dead-eyed, firing his Halon at some fire nearby, putting it out. Halon's fire suppressant.
Okay.
So just staring at you, making a sound as he puts out a nearby fire from an oil burst.
So I did some really good spying, and I discovered that you were going to be destroyed. So I came as soon as I could to stop it.
Stasis speaks up. He's the same body pattern as you, same old form.
Okay.
Please introduce your guests to us.
So these are the heroes. This is Breakout, made up of Smash and Grab. She is a wrecker.
Yeah, Wrecker.
She's a wrecker. One of the wreckers who fought to save us when Tarantulas first showed up. This is Necronom.
Pleasure.
He is one of the good guys.
Necrom is specifically staring at you the entire time you're talking. No eyes, because neither form has eyes.
And outside, I'm sure you've noticed him, is Multiplex.
The Decepticon.
Yes?
Yes.
As he's walking over to the waterfall just to wash himself down with a giant
With oil.
shield, just glowing towards the city.
Stooping.
But they've all sort of elevated themselves above their respective faction allegiances to help stop Tarantulus. You might even call them sort of neutral.
My characters A are standing there like they have absolutely fucking nothing to explain to these people. And B,
Proud and erect with
Yeah.
their shoulders back and their chests broad.
Yeah. When he says that, though, it's like, I would not say that. No.
Just let me do the talking.
It's called lying.
One of the councilmen is kind of stooped over, almost like a hunchback, with like a big mono eye, like scope. How would you define it?
I'm still very much a wrecker. Still very much against the Decepticons as a whole. But Tarantulus proves too big of a threat to allow the Great War to come between defeating him.
It is unconventional, Flutter, for you to bring so many outsiders into our community. Circumstances, of course, setting precedent.
It's unconventional to come home and find Decepticons talking to the council.
None of the council members say anything about that. None of them answer that one.
And besides, the people I brought were, one, a wrecker who's proven that they are capable of defending our people against great threats, and two, a giant who was named previously a friend of our people, and also Necronomicon. Necronomicon.
Multiplex's contributions to our community notwithstanding, his presence here proves a severe risk to our continued existential existence. The wreckers themselves, while there's like a wind-up sound from inside his head. Heroic, bombastic, adventurous,
I nod at everyone and I'm like, yeah!
reckless, wrecker-like. Provide a similar, in equal formulaic amounts of lack of discretion.
I also nod to that.
There's like a tap on his head as his like scope head brings out a projection of Autobot intelligence files and recruitment files. In fact, many of these qualities are specifically headhunted for when wrecker candidates are being screened.
Yeah, but we knew Tarantulus was coming,
Boom, boom.
and obviously we were right. He had people here, so I think you could say we took the right action.
We prefer to remain neutral on such weighing-ins on the ethics of your actions. We will allow you to draw your own conclusions. That is the will of this council on the matter. Moving forward, we must evacuate home and scrap our homing beacon system. It will only be used to ensure our enslavement, extinction, salvaging.
Have you considered instead relocating the beacon somewhere deeper in the forest, so that those who may seek to enslave you again will simply get lost?
The beacon consists of pre-Great War technology integrated into this refinery platform. To remove it would render it inoperable.
Is it instead possible to mimic the signal then?
Such capacity for duplication, duplicity, deception, he says with a certain inflection, were precisely why this particular installation and its signal were chosen. It is unique. and therefore must be eliminated.
I'd say even if you all were planning on leaving, your friends know that you're not here anymore. Your enemies might not. Keep the beacon on. Maybe more of Tarantulas' people will get lost trying to come in.
Guys, they've thought this through. They're the council.
Oh, they sure didn't think that letting in the Decepticons through, did they?
Stasis speaks up. Maybe we could stop browbeating Flood.
Oh, no. Flutter's done nothing wrong. He kind of glances over at the council.
Maybe we could stop browbeating Flutter and instead focus on how we're going to move forward. We know what we're doing with the LV community. We have to destroy the beacon. Some community members did not make it here. They would be drawn into a trap.
What was that last session about turning the beacon to make people stay away?
Yeah. So we had a plan. We were going to modify the beacon so that it would send out a message to stay away from home.
We believe we will be sending out such a anti-distress pulse, immediately preceding the destruction of the home beacon platform, to ensure that it cannot be reversed, co-opted, manipulated, deceived.
Well, it sounds like you've got everything well in hand. So maybe we'll just go back to saving the world?
Correct. The matter of the invasion of home and the rescue of the LV people by the Autobot Wreckers has been resolved. Ticket marked complete.
Yeah.
What Scope is trying to say is we want to show our gratitude for you saving us from, I'm going to call it genocide or forever enslavement. So we want to give you gifts of gratitude.
Okay.
That would be a first.
I'm sorry, what was that, Flood?
That was nothing, Dad.
All right.
No.
They'll, one of them, Blackwing, who's like a UAV drone. He's bigger than the rest of them. He kind of looks like a big kind of hawk that turns into an unmanned drone, like a hawk robot that turns into a drone. Kind of walks over and gives you guys like data consoles. You'll find in them a comprehensive list of intel we've gathered. In general, we don't know what would be useful to you because you're all so colorful. So that's what we have for you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. The intel itself isn't stored on those drives. Those are point-to-point contact networks with our cryptographic hub. If you need to use them, it'll give you limited access to gather up information before burning out the connection and scrambling its encryption.
Good system.
Yup, it'll stop it from falling into unallied hands.
All right.
So, if you're going to destroy home and scatter, how will I find you guys again once I save the world?
And we're back. So Scope kind of speaks up. Due to the nature of these consistent security breaches and the existential threat being posed to us by the current situation, we find it in our best interest to disperse and keep the locations we are using for fallback to as limited personnel as possible.
Shit. You're not welcome home anymore.
Home's
say
gone. I guess.
Yeah.
Stasis, it's like, we'll try to reconnect after the situation's been dealt with, but the degree at which the situation is dealt with will really drive that.
I got you. I'll find you.
Yeah. Tarantulus is trying to enslave us for a workforce. We have to go to ground and we have to burn contact sites.
All right, well, you guys stay safe. I'll deal with Tarantulus.
Good luck.
Does anyone have anything to add?
No, not really. This is his game.
All right, well, we better get going. Gotta save the world and all that. So I will find you guys later. Love you, Dad.
Till all are one.
No.
All or one.
And then they leave.
To all or one, suicide.
Well, thanks, guys, for coming to the aid of my people.
Yeah.
I'm sure you do the same. Another long, lingering stare.
Long, lingering silence.
Multiback just having a shower in the background.
Just picturing they fly out of the forest and like there's a bunch of flypaper hanging up and they just all get caught on those. Just hanging from the like master ship.
So what's our next step?
We have options. What's it? Ayako?
Icon.
Icon.
Yeah, either Icon or we're going to help the sages or whatever they were called. But I'm not going to discuss this in character because we've already decided what we're going to do.
Yes.
Let's go do that.
Let's go do the thing.
Very.
So what are we going to do for the listeners?
We're going to go help the sage peoples, and then we're going to go to Icon if we have enough time today. Our characters are going to do it regardless, but us for the session may not.
Okay. All right. So do you remember where the prophets were? They were in Old Callus.
Yeah.
On the ball. All right. So you guys get a reward. You have fellowship with the LVs. They're gonna have to burn this location because, oh my God, Tarantulus. How are you gonna get to Old Callus? It's a fair distance away.
I mean, we have a ship.
Yeah. You have an old fart that can transport you.
I mean, if you can leap to the moon, I'm pretty sure you can leap to any location pretty quick.
I think I need to leap to some place I can see. So,
And also, being an energon hauler and going into flight mode and stuff tends to drain energon. It's one of the reasons energon haulers were relegated to the scrapyard as being horrific energon guzzlers that were woefully inefficient, draining most of the energon they were hauling anyway just to move it.
Yeah. So that sounds like we want to do a long journey. Where we have a travel montage.
It's going to be a montage.
We walk up on the mountains.
Ah.
And rush to the snow. And Legolas just walks over it. Because he's an elf.
Did that happen? I gotta rewatch those movies.
Yes. Specifically in Lord of the Rings, elves didn't leave any footprints nor
That's awesome.
go in the snow. So when they're walking, like drudging through the mountains, through the snow, Legolas is just walking there.
Nice.
He's like, suck it, bitches.
Yeah.
You took that one cool power. Okay. We pause. Alright, so, a long journey. So, does someone want to kick off the events that happen in the resolution, or you want me to? You guys are traveling from the LV's home. You're going to take a back road that doesn't go through the Nightmare Forest.
I mean, could be one of the first set pieces. We walk into the forest.
It could be, but
Flutter.
it isn't.
What happened? Sure.
It could be, but it isn't. We're moving along.
Wait, so there's a back way out of the forest that doesn't go through the
The
evil
LVs are going to show you it.
So
Okay,
we
that's
decide to head out over the Oil River area.
There you go.
So we walk out through there. We're wading through. We're all perched on Multiplex's shoulders or inside him as he wades us through. When he stubs his toe on an object buried deep in the river of oil, that then dislodges and he fishes out. And what is it?
Probably a body. Because it seems to be, the theme of this area. Some sort of old, Decepticon that's got lost in the river. Oh, I think I knew him. Puts him back.
Okay, I can go next. He was designed to be a bomb.
No, it's,
Or is that how... Oh,
no, it's
sorry.
like
He has to
he
pass
set
it
it
to
up.
someone.
Oh.
Then he sets a new scene up.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Okay. Totally lost track of how this works.
So then we were traveling above ground through some windy areas. It was quite a desolate place. Like, how did we get past that? Necronome?
What kind of place?
A desolate, windy.
A windstorm area, an area covered in like a tearing windstorm.
Okay, so we actually take some time to wait it out because sensors getting everywhere, so it's jamming up processors. And they're up. I guess during it, we see like lights approaching, as though there's like a caravan or something approaching. How do we handle that? Yeah.
Breakout.
We stop and get
Flutter.
Flutter. I kept wanting to say Preceptor because he was just talking about it, and he's a perceptive fella. So, yeah, we get Flutter to check out who they are first, make sure that they're not like Tarantulus's dicks. And if they're not, we will parlay.
Sets up.
And then you set something up for Devin.
Are they? Okay.
Okay. The caravan is a series of like covered kind of like four-wheeler kind of truck models. There's a couple of them, and they're being led by Decepticons. How do you guys engage them?
To me?
Just all of you now. How do you guys want to engage them?
Really depends on what it looks like they're doing. Like, are they just trying
Driving through a sandstorm.
We're 25% Decepticon, so...
Are they heavily armed?
You just see 3 trucks with 3 other Decepticons leading them in robot mode.
I go forward and offer them aid.
Alright, the 3 robots kind of like level weapons when they see something coming and kind of, lock in on it. Flutter?
Yeah.
Flutter!
Do I
All
know
3 of them
you?
kind of wave at you. It's like, they like point to each other and they're Decepticons just like, it's us! Okay, it might have been a while. Reflector? Decepticon spy team?
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, how are you guys doing?
Miserable! Miserable!
Yeah, it's kind of a shitty place that you're in. What brings you out here?
We were looking for your people. Turns out there's some warlord in a warship, and he's coming by to like turn you into slaves or spare parts.
already taken care of. Yeah. But
'Cause,
thank you for looking out for us.
No, yeah, well, you guys are great intel sources.
Yeah.
One good spy knows another. A good fisherman recognizes another.
What's a fish?
Fuck you. So the Reflector team is Spectro, Spyglass, and Viewfinder, and they're a little bit smaller than Smash and Grab, from that same kind of smaller kind of cast. And they're not combiners; they're just triplets that form together into like a spy camera.
So Spectre, who will you find there?
Just look up G1 Reflector, dude.
Sure.
Well, look, since
They've transformed together into a Kodiak camera. It looks like a spy camera that like a normal robot can pick up and use.
Since you guys don't need to find my people, because I've already found them and warned them, and they're handled the whole Tarantulus thing, why don't you come with us?
Oh God, no! We're cowards.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're spies. You can be cowards.
Yeah, we spy. Like, where are you going? What are you doing? Are you leaving?
We're going to a place to do a thing. I don't really make the decisions, and I just kind of like, just scout ahead and check things out. I think we're going to a circus.
What?
Really? There's still circuses?
Like I said, I'm kind of shaky on it, but there's
You saying circus? They hear monster truck rally.
okay.
Same thing. Just athletes performing.
But either way, it'll be fun. I mean, what else are you doing?
Going back to base to wait out the war.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just waiting, might as well wait with us. We have a giant no safer place than with a giant.
Where? Is it next to the Energon Hauler?
It is the Energon Hauler.
Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, sure.
Right. They are going to be thrilled to see you guys. Some of them may be less thrilled, but most of them mostly thrilled.
I mean, do they have to know we're coming? We can just hang out with you.
No.
Here, watch. And they'll like into like a camera.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
You're just gonna put it on your waistband.
Yeah, just
All
clip
right.
it on.
You can add reflector to your
So
companion list.
let's say
It's pretty big compared to you.
he can probably lift it, but
I found this. You just drag it with you.
yeah, it's not gonna be clipped on his waistband.
No, they shrink down a bit when they transform.
Do they shrink down to gnat size? Because that's how big.
They
he
shrink
is.
down
He's not as small as a gnat. He's bigger than a human.
What are their names?
The reflector team.
The Reflector.
Spectral
Yeah,
Spider.
Decepticons are like 2 times human size.
Yeah, and they shrink down when they transform with mass displacing.
I put the photo of them. It's a camera that fits inside of a hand of a normal transformer.
Yeah.
So, kind of big, but manageable for Flutter.
Mass shifting.
Okay, I put the Reflector team are my spy pals.
Yeah, they're a companion you have. You got a bond with them. The bond is we're cowards too.
We too are neutral.
We also don't want to be in this war.
It's like, but you're Decepticons. Yeah, but other people use us. So are we really that bad? Don't worry, I'm a coward too. Wink.
I'll pretend to be an object, so nobody will want to pick me up. We can
The vans kind of peel off and drive.
So much for their escort.
Yeah, they'll go other places. They got paid. They're mercenaries.
Oh.
So what was the caravan, Flutter?
I'll like cover the ears of the camera and be like, I met some old friends. They're gonna hang out with me for a while.
Oh, okay.
You'd like them, and you'd like them. You would not.
Why wouldn't I like them?
Decepticons.
There's a little Decepticon shield on the spy equipment.
Oh, it's so tiny. Decepticons, or
Very cowardly Decepticons.
I mean, that defines the whole genre of Decepticons. But what do you mean?
Yeah. Don't worry. They're
Oi!
They are.
Who the fuck said that?
The Australian Decepticon?
Oh, right!
And you're hanging out with you guys?
I forgot he was there.
Yeah, alright
Already
then.
exists.
Erase the pond.
Hey there. I forgot you were here. Yeah, I did.
We haven't heard your accent in a while.
Not even gonna try to cover that up. I completely forgot you were here.
Oh, it's all awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm a war veteran, you know?
Yeah, I'm aware you were a Decepticon.
Still am. You don't
Now
just
it's
stop
more
being
awkward.
one. You don't just stop being one because you decide it's easier.
Don't worry. She talks a mean game, but she doesn't mean it.
I know you mean it.
She doesn't.
Lordy.
I actually do know that not all. I do see this. I actually do know that not all Decepticons are cowards. I mean, obviously Megatron's not a coward.
Some of them are terrifyingly brave.
Yeah, they go out and fucking smash all over the place. So you know,
Oh wait, what'd you guys do with Demolisher?
he's our
And
buddy. He's hanging out with us.
I thought we
is,
left him.
Is he inside your home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's inside you, and the twins are inside him.
Yeah.
So you
They're all
just
nesting
Flutter
doll
instead of them.
style. Look, nesting doll style here.
Is this just how we're gonna take prisoners of war now? Or are we just gonna put them inside him?
I mean, he likes friends.
I mean, I'm okay with this.
He's reaching for the camera.
No,
Do it.
not food.
You do know that you
Big
don't.
sad face.
You do know, Demolisher. You don't have to eat everyone to be their friends.
Yeah, it was a fake crying, and I started real crying.
We knew there were like fake bombs inside, or not fake bombs, actual bombs inside certain people. Right?
Yeah, you
Like,
didn't know that.
I thought we saw like it in.
Yeah, you did. I said, yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Affirmation.
How bomb-proof do you think Destroyer is?
Well, that's not his name, one. You monster.
Demolisher.
Demolisher.
What are you thinking?
Well, there's one way to, cycle a bomb.
Wouldn't it just create like an echo chamber that would then reverberate back and shred everything inside?
Yeah, only if he kept his mouth shut,
Explosions within you hurt quite badly. I think I know from experience.
It'd tire out eventually.
You guys jib-jab on, with reflector on, inside, taking pictures constantly. And you reach your destination!
No.
Put the lens on or something.
You guys don't know he's taking pictures constantly, spying on you.
You know that I'm taking pictures constantly. So is it really that different?
I mean, yes.
Yes, you're not a Decepticon, so I'm not racist towards you.
It's not racism, people.
Okay. Good line to scene swipe, to Autobot face swap around. Na. Alright. Traveling through the wasteland of Cybertron, your homeworld, the cradle of your civilization and your living god. Across the destroyed buildings, ruined infrastructure, crashed wonders, and public works laying asunder. Generations of civilization and culture reduced to so much ash and chest-high cover walls. You come on to the city of Old Callus, which, if I remember my notes correctly, was the legendary home of Onyx Prime, the Beastmaster. So this place has a kind of stooped dome design that kind of builds up into towers in some areas, almost like zoos or arcologies. They've been all blown apart, holes have been shattered into them, fires have been raging on the inside of some of them since the war began. Statuaries and unique footpaths and designs for smaller Cybertronians with beast modes are everywhere and have been crushed and crumbled by the tank treads of the war machine. There is a large military base kind of situated near the center of the city. Like it looked like it was it looks like the central city hub was turned into a military base that used to house missile silos. All of the silos have long since been blown open and fired. Smoke is still gushing out of them from the ignited energon. Yeah, this place is a war zone. Part zoo, part missile platform. And it said here, in Old Callus, you'll find, what were they called again? The Prophets. The Void Filter Mystics.
Whew.
Actual magic people. Who understand the enlightened mystic sciences of the Knights of Cybertron.
Neat.
You just have to find them. But
We got a bunch of spies with us. So.
Make them tell us their secrets.
Right? But yeah, Metroplex kind of, drives up to the perimeter of the city, and here you are.
I'm going to fly up into the air a little and start scanning around and looking for areas that indicate recent use, like tire tracks, disturbances of dust. I know everything is in ruins, but some of the ruins might show that people have passed over there recently.
Sure, alright, that's a good plan. What about you two? You doing anything?
I'm gonna scale the walls and whatnot, because I can just do that.
Yeah.
Kind of look around from various areas, peek in. Try to find anything that would indicate life.
Okay, so you two are looking for recent signs of life.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you might be working together.
Yeah. Okay.
You got a bond? Can you get hope from that?
We do have a bond.
Figure who wants to do whatever move you're doing and who's giving each other hope.
Look closely.
Maybe. Breakout, what are you doing?
Closely. It's sense. What you're
I don't know. Like, I think these two are better at finding these people than I am. I don't know how I could help with that. And I don't know what else to do.
Okay. You don't have to do anything.
We've got a 10+.
All right, 10 plus on what was that? Look closely.
Yeah.
So 3 questions.
Yeah. So,
You get to ask 3 questions from the list. What do you want?
what is going on here? What do my senses tell me?
All right. This place has been largely left uninhabited since the war. It was one of the first places hit during the fall of the autocracy. You know, because of the autocracy. It was a designated acceptable target to lose and a testing ground for weaponry. This is what do my senses tell you? Your sensors, because you have data archive updates since the war, register that this place was hit by a vampire ribbon millennia ago.
And what's that exactly?
A vampire ribbon was an autocracy war crime weapon designed to strip the energon from every spark within a city and funnel it directly into the autocracy's war machine.
That's horrible.
It was one of the first strikes used in the war when it actually broke out for real.
Dicks.
Yeah, Kaon was hit by it.
Fuck.
That explains a lot.
The shattered chassis of an Omega Guardian lies shattered nearby, where they usually had the platform for one.
Huh. Is there something hidden or out of place? If so, what looks suspicious?
One of the missile silos is sealed. Like when you first scanned, all the hatches were open, and then when you double check, one of the hatches is closed, and you can see visual tearing from a hologram generator.
All right, third question. What will happen if I try to enter it?
You'll be greeted by its residents.
All right.
Oh.
So turn to scan for a communication frequency that I can latch onto.
All right. How are you scanning for a communication frequency?
Just through my own connections from gonna look through pre-war stuff actually, see if there's any communication hubs still open from then that they might have tapped into or used.
Nothing seems to be coming up. Looks like people aren't chattering.
Okay. I'll just keep that up though, just in case.
Should we send out a hail?
On all frequencies.
I guess.
We could try and infiltrate first.
That would be a poor way to be greeted.
I mean, we just walked up and knocked. Are these people like known to be specifically trying to hide, or are they just?
I mean, they're hiding in something that was struck by one of the worst weapons this planet has ever seen.
Yeah, on the worse. It got much worse. What would your character know? It got much worse after the vampire ribbons.
Yeah, he doesn't know how bad.
That was like a child's pop gun compared to how bad it got.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how far he thought the autocracy could sink, and then it was like, oh, never mind. So, I mean, if anyone was going to hide here, this feels like somewhere you would.
And now, at least point out, you guys can see the visual tearing from the hologram generator.
Oh.
Yeah, one of the silos looks like it's open, but it's actually closed.
Maybe they're protecting the fact that there's still another one of these in there. They never launched or whatever.
Possibly.
In which case, we definitely don't want Tarantulus to get that.
It might also be a last resort security weapon.
Or they just live in the silo because it's safe. Because those things are usually reinforced.
I'm simply saying, if they're sages and they know kind of people out here who would use them for their secrets, they might not be quite willing to part with them while still alive. We should tread carefully.
Well, we should go check it out either way. Do you want me to do it openly or stealthily?
I believe we should be open in our advance here.
Okay, I will hover over towards it.
Just you on your own?
Well, I mean, I'm going. I don't know who else is coming with me.
Yeah, I'd
Come
rather
on.
go too, yeah.
We're all going.
There it is.
Let's use the universal greeting.
Very cute.
All
Alright. Okay, you approach the silo. Nothing greets you when you get near it.
Knock, knock.
Excuse me.
Like, you're just gonna knock right on the silo?
Well, next to the silo, because if it's open, then...
Bang! No, it's closed. It's a hologram that's open.
Ah. Knock, knock.
There's someone behind you guys.
Okay.
It's an old, withered Cybertronian in robot mode with like a tactical cape flowing over it. That like, you see like a red optic coming out from under a hood, all wizard-like.
Hello.
I'm gonna keep my eye on the silo though, just in case they're trying to flank us.
You snuck up on me. That's very difficult to do.
The optic puts out a scanning beam that scans you guys and then zeroes in on his Decepticon shield.
He also has a Decepticon shield, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep saying neutral and I keep forgetting that it's
Yeah,
so
he's a
bad.
neutral, but he has the
He's
shield.
not neutral. He is specifically anti-Decepticon.
Okay. They lock in on your Decepticon shields. The figure disintegrates into sand.
No,
Can we see that they locked in on the shields and that's why?
Oh yeah, no, you guys, it was noticeable.
Okay.
It was like a big, wide scanning beam, and then it like zeroed in on both of yours, like with laser pointers, and did like a three-dimensional like cube grid scan, and then disappeared. And he melted into sand on the ground.
It didn't care about the Autobot symbol?
Yup.
Disconcerting, but not unexpected.
Your low rumble.
Here we go.
To anyone that is here, we're not come to fight, we're come to warn you of a coming threat.
Talk sense.
Yeah. Oh, can I,
Yeah, you're asking someone for help, and they're willing to listen. So yeah, you can try to talk sense.
Okay, that's,
You're vouching for them.
I would like to roll plus grace if I get that choice.
Do it.
Okay.
Plus grace. When you press dazzle, trick them.
Where does it say this stuff? Oh,
Impress,
there
talk
it is. There
sense.
it is.
Impress, dazzle, or tricky.
Okay, I'm not trying to trick them.
But you could be trying to impress them because you
Appeal
know
to
that
emotions.
it glossed over your Autobot symbol and settled on their Decepticon ones, and you're a proud, tall Autobot. So you might just try and be
So-
like, "Hey, I'm the Autobot. I'm in charge. These guys are with me. Like, listen to what I
Or
have
like
to
say
say."
that you're like a wrecker or something.
Yeah.
Or like who you are. Talk about your victories.
Yeah, alright. So, yeah, we're not come to fight. We're come to warn you of a coming threat. I am Breakout, Wrecker Autobot, victor of the battle of... What's the launch battle called?
The Ark?
Yeah.
The Battle of the Ark?
Yeah. Victor of the Battle of the Ark.
Alright, talk sense.
As she does this, I'm gonna project the recordings I have of her fighting in battles.
Sure, yeah, perfect.
I got a 10.
Okay. Alright, there's a moment of silence as like the shaking stops. And in the distance, you see dust was unsettling from the fallen the Omega Guardian. Like it was starting to rise up from its grave, and then it slowly sinks back.
I thought he was dead.
It being the key word, not a person. Manufactured by the autocracy for war crimes.
A lot of people were manufactured.
It.
It's specifically not a person, apparently.
It's an Omega Guardian.
Some of them are people.
Some, not this one. That figure's behind you guys again.
I'll turn to look at it this time.
And you vouch for them?
Yes. Yes. Sorry. The camera's here, I just remembered that. I just remember the camera's here.
and the other one, and the two inside, and a couple other ones.
See, the Australian one I'm fine with. Seems to be fine. But the camera one I don't know. He specifically said I wouldn't like them, so like I assume they're actually dicks. But I'll say yes. I vouch for Flutter of the LVs, Necronom. What was your of thing?
Geegan 4.
Necronom of Geegan 4 and Multiplex of
The Firstborn.
the Firstborn.
Very well. And again, vanishes to sand, and there's a large clicking and rumbling unlocking sound as the silo opens while sirens start playing. There's a missile in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just like I said.
And there's stairs winding around it. Oh.
Well, I guess I'll stay here.
That's probably for the best.
I'll relay visually to you.
Sure
Sorry.
thing. No, that's
They live in a
fine.
missile silo.
I am a giant. This is my downside. That's fine.
Can we just get this demolisher? I know I said just here you can eat this camera.
Whoa, wait, what?
Is the camera available to be eaten?
We can get them back later. I just mean like if these people.
Does that happen though? Do you give them the camera?
Yeah, I do unless someone tries to stop me, because like.
It's on Flutter's gear option.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Can you
Like,
stop this?
like I'm gonna be reaching for it while I'm like saying this. Like,
Like, whoa, what are you doing here?
oh, I was just gonna get Demolisher to eat them for a while so that they can't. Oh my god. So that they can't see what's going on in this silo.
Look, he's so
Just in
hungry.
case they're spying for Tarantulus.
Would you deny him a meal? He's starving to death.
Okay,
He's not
I'm
smart.
gonna
I
send
have
you
what's
guys
skin
on
and
a super
bones.
secret mission that is gonna keep you super safe while we go into a potentially dangerous area. Give him the camera.
Ting,
Oh,
ting,
look,
ting.
a camera!
Hey, what was that, Rumble? I think that's Reflector Frenzy. Let's get him. Medium pace. Medium pace.
Okay, I didn't
No,
expect.
I gotta
didn't
go in
expect-
for it.
Necrodome just kind of takes the creature's maw and just slowly shuts
he's
it.
batting his
No,
hands.
hold it open. I gotta go inside.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Shh. It's fine. Everything is fine.
I didn't expect that.
Let's go into the scary missile silo.
Demolish just kind of sits down in the corner looking content.
I guess I'll hang out with him in the
I'll
meantime.
pat his shoulder, but I won't let him eat me.
Like Bilbo turning into going all monstrous in Rivendell. Like. Anyway, now that that's out of the way, serious war game.
No.
You guys start walking down the staircase into the missile silo for the druids or the cultists or the prophets.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, this is an old pre-war weapons silo, and yeah, that is a autocracy grade warhead for planetary defense. It's used for shooting down warships.
I've seen this kind of stuff in movies before. They probably worship the missile as a god.
You motherfucker!
Womp womp.
It's a god.
It's still active. I know there's a certain ship out there that could really deal with one of those being launched right into its side. Right into its engines.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely also don't want him to have this. But, yeah.
There are lights in place in the wall and stuff that are still going. Red lights from the war, like emergency lights, silo lights. And when you get to the bottom, there's a whole temple built down here, like a temple to the guiding hand of the Five and the Primes, the original Primes, not the new Primes that happened before the autocracy took over.
The 13.
The original 13, not the new 13. Which is funny because this city was the home of one of the new 13. Yeah, Onyx Prime of Callus took his name from the original Onyx Prime.
People keep doing that.
It happens an awful lot. You're not the first breakout. But yeah, when you get down, there's a lot of like religious iconography and almost Warhammer 40k style temple stuff everywhere, like big, statues and paintings and like candle light displays, but not like made of wax. Some of them are made of oil and stuff, and like it's very artsy, Renaissance in here, and they're all like to the primes and the 5.
You know who would have loved to take pictures of all of this? Reflector.
Yeah, I
rest
bet you
in
would have.
peace.
And I wonder who he'd love to sell them to as well.
It's just you guys, right? You didn't take any of your goons.
Yeah,
it's just us.
All right.
Well, like, I have my
Guns,
triple
yes.
boxes that are also guns and knives.
Yeah. No, they don't count.
Guns and thieves.
I have my smaller drone.
Yeah.
Because I
They
just
pretend to
run
be
them.
animals. They're kinky fuckers, so it's fine.
So yeah, a bunch of old Cybertronians, like they have like machine beards and everything, which is a thing. It's a thing. Long eyebrows and beards made of metal and like cords and stuff. Exposed wiring.
We're Gandalfs.
Picture them, they reach a certain age and they're just like, well, time to weld this on.
No. Transformers like to change. Cybertronians like to change how they look. It's part of their nature. They reflect what their true self is.
Yeah, put some kibble on.
But yeah, they're all hunched over and old and withered. They look advanced. They look like cup age. Yeah, they're wearing like robes and armor and stuff, and obscuring their bodies and faces from you.
Greetings.
Hello, Breakout. Hello, Autobot Breakout.
Hello. We've come to warn you that Tarantulus is on his way here. He's interested in something about your people, presumably killing or enslaving them.
He seeks the prophet.
Yes.
We're the Void Filter Mystics. We have been here since the 13 tribes, when Rhinox was among our ranks. We've met. Rhinox, you've talked to
I
him.
was gonna say, isn't he the guy from the other plane?
Yes! That's how they know you! He sent them a message!
Good to know. I wasn't aware he was one of yours.
There are many things that are not known to those who dwell within the war.
Yeah. What are we gonna do here, guys? I don't know what we're saying. I guess we would like to meet the Prophet too, I guess, but we're just basically here to warn them and make sure they're safe.
Though, if as a prophet he has knowledge that may help us, we do request assistance in our battle against Tarantulus to stop.
And we've also come to help. Tarantulus is a threat to you. He probably
Yes.
wants to, as she said, enslave you. You said he came for the prophet.
Looking for the prophet.
We were able to find the entrance to your silo. Tarantulus will be able to find the entrance to your silo.
They start walking you through the temple, and they start showing you like iconography and stained glass and like carvings, like old carvings that show like the history of Cybertron and like the forming of Primus and the hand and his hand and the primes and whatnot. And like as you're talking, they bring you through. They stop at like an old scorched mural, and like they kind of gesture towards it, and it shows like the home of Onyx Prime, like kind of contextualized through myth, and like two twin dark stars appearing before it and wiping it out to glass. And like on the periphery, there's a large Titan figure and like a smaller amount of Cybertronians with him watching, carved into it. We know.
So what is it you're going to do?
They point to the mural. The madman will come. He will destroy this place and us with it, and the last Void Filter Mystics will fall from history. Scattered like ash in the dust of Cybertron's dying atmosphere, as Primus sleeps for the next eternity.
Or we could save you.
Perhaps. But, and they gesture to the mural.
We are ready to face the one.
You seem very fixated on this. nuclear option.
There's a bas relief in one of the corners of like a coiled xenomorph.
Huh.
Which is similar to the carvings you found on that planet when you were studying them.
Interesting.
The Knights of Cybertron saw many vistas, Necrodom. Such sights.
Then you also must see that many stand against Tarantulus, and that this option you seem to believe you must go for can't be the only one.
We do not choose to fall into the dust, but it will occur. That is the history of Cybertron. We are not a people who are scholars or healers or sages. We are that which we have always been. Titans and warlords. Destroyer gods among a world of smaller, more fragile creatures. It is the destiny written to our very CNA. What matters not is the ending, it's the journey. And this journey has brought you here. You seek to take the prophet or stop the madman from reaching it.
We do.
Come with us. Let us show you the prophet.
Okay.
They'll bring you like into a lower level of the temple, and hanging from the ceiling is a large aperture. You know, big enough for a Cybertronian. So if you're human, just big scale, like a Stargate. This is the prophet. It is a looking glass into the past of Cybertron.
Into the past.
That is all we've been able to divine from it. The madman has reached beyond our means. He may use this for a means we do not understand.
His ship had a bunch of artifacts and designs from ancient Cybertron. Maybe he's searching for something that was lost in the past, or is part of the past. He wants to unearth it. Or maybe he wants to use it to find other ships.
Quite possibly. Then we could simply use it to find other weapons that might fight him. Other civilizations who have hidden away.
Perhaps. It requires a deft hand to wield. And we do not believe that we should be the ones guiding that fate. We steward it. Hide it. Keep it nearby in the event that it is time for us to embrace Mortalus. Mortalus is the death god of the Cybertronians.
Fitting.
Man, you guys are really glum.
We're knowledge seekers.
We've accepted our fate. There's no point fighting it.
No, not really. We're knowledge seekers. Some knowledge is irrefutable.
Well, now we're here. I can't see anyone more fit to attempt to operate this thing.
I was going to say refute it.
Take a gun, shoot it. There, problem solved.
And we know the Tarantulus wants this, so we could set a trap.
Oh no, spiders, spiders!
We could beat him back when he comes, just like we beat him back at every other point.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really know what to do with all this. I would say
We could set a trap. We could wait for who he sends here. We could see what they look up. That way we'll know what Tarantulus is up to and what he's searching for. Then we pounce, take them out. Tarantulus doesn't get the knowledge, and we know what he's up to.
It's an option that would require them getting very, very close, however.
Also would require us to take them out, which I don't know if you saw that fight last time,
Yes.
but yeah.
Most likely he wouldn't send a single bot for this. He would send multiple, an army.
I think we could take them.
That worked very poorly last time, and I should remind you that we are standing below a still live missile.
Well, live in what sense?
Is it a person?
He is one of our number. Converted before the war.
You've got that robot outside too, right?
Yes, the war machine.
Us, War Machine.
Our compatriot lies deep in stasis lock, waiting for a time to ferry some number away from this place, among the stars once again.
Why doesn't he just take you guys instead of waiting to get ground into dust?
Who would guard the prophet? Who would greet you when you came here?
Well, if there's one thing we need, it's intel. We don't know enough about what Tarantulus is up to. This is the perfect opportunity to get it.
I agree. As your elders so eloquently pointed out, us wreckers aren't much known for a delicate touch, so I'd say probably you or Necronom should be the one to use this thing.
Let's see what it can offer, and then we'll see if it's worth sitting around for. If it's worth waiting around to ambush someone for.
Oh, I don't even mean waiting around. I mean use the profit to...
I'd rather use it right now.
Exactly. You use it so we can figure out what the fuck
It's not an either
treasure's
or
up
thing.
to. Yeah. And
Wait. How far in the past does this thing look?
We don't know. We've only been able to gather glimpses of our history. Moments in time, unforgotten. They say the prophet looks inward to the matrix itself and pulls out the collective experience of our forebears.
I don't know what that means. Maybe we could use it to look at Tarantulus.
No, let's try.
we also already have a way to spy on him in the current. We only need the past.
Yeah, we could look at him when he's plotting.
Well, he has plotted.
Yes.
Alright, so who wants to try and work with the Harbingers to get the prophet working?
Sure, I will.
We can work together.
The prophet, by the way, is a source of power that just, hasn't been activated yet.
Neat.
Okay. Let me see here. Let me just pause for a sec. Alright, we're back. So, what is your guys' next move with these people?
Yeah. I'm assuming we can't move this stuff away to somewhere safer.
You could.
Like the missile and also the prophet.
Yeah, you could just move it.
Grab the prophet, seize the source of power, and become the ascendant.
Why don't we just hook it up to the machinery back at the sanctuary, like the burial?
Exactly.
If we could sync the two, then we'd have like
Think
because
we'll
if that
get
thing can
this.
see into the past, I'm sure we could figure out a way to connect the two.
Yeah. Just
I'm
willing
assuming
to-
most transformer technology is compatible in some way or another. It's all from the
It's
same
just
source.
technology.
would you all be willing to relocate to where Rhinox currently is?
If that's what you think is best.
Because that location is fairly secure and has a lot of power to fuel it.
He wouldn't know where to find it, so
Exactly.
he'd come here to an empty silo.
Which we've rigged to explode.
Yes.
We could definitely do that. We could also just make it, if we can make it seem like they haven't actually been here in a really long time. Because they're kind of a legend. People don't know if they really exist, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we make it seem like they're not actually here, he might think that he had just had faulty intel and they're not actually real.
That would work.
Yeah.
Likely annoy him, which is great.
But if we move the community, would that community cease to exist? There wouldn't be harbingers.
They
No,
could still be
Peter,
a
it's not a
community.
mechanic thing. God damn you. Stop.
So does that sound like everyone wants to back up this plan?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, how are you going to move these people?
Well, he's a big guy. He plays football.
You guys have to head to Iacon. That'll be a significant detour.
I mean, we just go to Shrine of Frost and then to Iacon, technically. But
But why? I just said it's out of the way.
Well,
So you can.
sure. Yeah, then we bring a source of power, right? Tarantulus, right, for his taking.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. We may have to decide which is more important to us. Or we could just move them to a secondary location before the third, but that sounds not too safe.
I mean, there is a means to move this thing right here in the silo with you.
You know,
Rocket.
The
Spaceship?
rocket. It's a shuttle.
So we fix that up then.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. If you guys have a way to contact Rhinox,
Yes.
if you could do so they don't think they're being missiled, that'd be great.
Alternatively, you guys could also send the Decepticon flyer. It flies.
Oh, yes. He will go with you. All right, mate.
So you're gonna tell Jetfire to go and warn the shrine that a missile's en route, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a good type of missile. A friendly missile.
All right, I'll just bank on back home, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. Carry on.
Now, if that guy's actually a spy, I'm gonna be real pissed.
I mean, Tarantulus does probably have the move of having someone be a traitor, so...
If there's someone who turned out to be a spy, would you not be pissed?
Well, no, I'd be pissed either way. It's just we specifically trust that guy to go deliver this message of the secret plan we're doing.
How are you gonna repair the ship?
You guys are smart. You guys figure that out.
I'm not really going to be on the ship team. You can't just kind of like throw out that there's a giant camera that looks into the past and unravels secrets and not expect me to check that out. So I'm gonna fiddle with that.
Fiddle with profits.
I had to jury rig a shuttle back just to get back to this planet. So
Hey, someone has knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So while you're looking at the missile that they call Skylink,
Ooh.
which you see it has an old Autobot symbol from the Autocracy on it.
kind of puts a rag over that for the time being.
So you're just viewing Skylink. It looks like his alt mode was. It looks like you can tell from the inside, like just from biology, that his alt mode was forced into this form some time ago, and he's gone to stasis lock from it. And he used to be primed as a warhead.
Can I uninstall that part?
He used to be primed as a warhead.
Oh,
His friends have since undone that.
that's very kind of them.
That would have been a problem.
Alright, so what seems to be the problem with him?
Internal damage, his systems aren't repairing anymore, and he's in a deep stasis lock. Mostly from lack of energon, because look how big he is.
Alright, well, defenses won't come on if he's powered down like that, so I just, like Spider I am, just crawl inside of him and start fixing things from the inside in
Okay.
beast mode.
Perfect. Yeah, one of the big things is energon. He needs it to come online.
If only someone had tons of energy on
Don't
it.
you?
I do. Yes, but I'm not in this conversation.
Yeah, they're live streaming this to you. You can chime in.
Just like we did with the library vault in the other place.
Yeah.
We need energon.
Well, I do have energy on.
Can you just roll it down the stairs?
You have hoses.
Roll it down the stairs.
Oh my god, you guys.
Jeez.
All right. What kind of energon you got? This is a giant portioned character.
Well, I don't have my ambrosia with me because I gave that to that other Decepticon, so I just have giant-sized food times 2.
Which is energy. Energon.
Energy, yes.
All right. If you cross that food off, that should be enough to start kicking up Skylink's alternator and his energon processors again.
Sure. I cross the food off.
All right. So yeah, you're in hauler mode, and you guys. Well, I guess it's a montage of you guys bringing cables down, like pulling like piping and stuff down the stairs and hooking it up into the ship.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. You know, you're grabbing a dial and like switching it over slowly, like it's a pump, as like energon flows out of you into Skylinks.
Trying to keep everything really regulated so he doesn't go into shock or something.
Yeah. That's a very real concern. You know, like someone who's been starving starting to eat again.
Vampire frenzy.
Yeah. Also, yeah, you're clearing out damage from him, repairing stuff, getting like his alt form boosters back online, scavenging parts from other parts of the silo.
There's a lot of resin used in this, just filling up
Yeah.
his insides.
And yeah, as the kind of montage goes by, you're taking a look at the prophet.
Yeah.
One of the mystics is there with you, one of the druids or whatever.
So do you guys know how to work this, or do I have to feel it out?
We've never been able to get it to give us anything definite. Glimpses and views. We can't imagine what will Tarantulus will bring to bear against it.
And how do you get it to give you glimpses? Let's start there.
They start showing you like rituals and prayers and like old machinery and technology handed down to them that like stimulates it.
Okay.
And like how they'll apply it to a kind of like a magnifying glass to kind of like see glimpses through the glass into the past.
Alright, so I'll start doing that. And just
Look
kind of
closely.
like looking around through it.
All right. I will allow you to. Yeah, it's a little bit like a Palantir. So I will let you look closely on Tarantulus at a cost.
Okay.
Because he's the overlord and you're acting against him.
Because you're
directly.
making move against me,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're directly moving against him. So if you pay a cost, you can start to kind of use moves on him remotely.
Because when you look into the Palantir, something else looks into the back.
Yeah, actually, and it's going to be really relevant players to know. So that's with sense. What is the cost you're going to pay?
Can I pump energon into it to get it fueled up and working?
You're going to like cross energon off your sheet?
Yeah.
Sure, that's a cost. You start burning through energon to kind of fuel the old technology. All right, look closely, plus sense.
Wow. 12.
All right, 3 questions from the list about Tarantulus. It doesn't have to be specifically from the list. You can just like be a little more
I guess
fluid.
you can ask about his plans, what his goal is. And so on.
Yeah. What is his ultimate goal?
His ultimate goal is to understand the nature of the Golden Disc. He thinks it holds the secret to Cybertronian supremacy across the galaxy.
What is his next move?
His next move is to tear open Iacon and take... And you can kind of see what's under Iacon from like the past and the future a bit. Like so there's something down there, and it's nothing but like... It looks like a dark outline of like the religious perfect example of a Cybertronian, that blocky square frame wreathed in fire. Almost like Sauron, actually.
What does he fear?
His ships.
His ships.
They make him sick.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting like feedback too. Like when you kind of zoom too much in on that figure, it like does that feedback from The Hobbit where it like goes in and it's a burning eye. And instead of an eye though, like it zooms out into a large planet made of fire and spikes and bones, with a hungry maw in the middle of it. The classic iconographic example of Cybertronian Lucifer, Unicron, the dark anti-Primus. And just your connection shorts out.
Some George Orwell singing a voice in the background.
Got some good intel there.
Yeah, when you guys see that happen, because like there's a pretty noticeable like feedback shock throwing him back a bit. He's smoking.
Poor little Pippin.
No, did you break it?
No, it's fine. I found out some info about your friend, though.
Watch what you call him.
There's something about his ships that's injuring him, that's making him sick. If we could figure out what it is, exploit it, we might be able to take him out.
The ship's making him sick.
The ships are making him sick.
What if we found a power source, like a fuel, something that negatively affects him?
Do we know about Dark Energon? B, is it a thing that people know about?
All right, who here would know about like Cybertronian religion? Who here has an education? Who here's a smart person? There
He has an
it is.
education, but I was here during the war, and I don't know if that happened during the war.
Oh, that definitely happened during the war.
Okay, because that.
Okay, so smart guy, do you bring it up? Like, do you bring up Dark Energon?
Yeah, I'm like, well, there's one type of fuel that could make him sick. I mean, if he found some Dark Energon.
The stuff we pumped into him to set him on fire.
No, that was
No,
just that was just.
Black Energon, different.
Yes, it
Dark
is-
Energon
It was.
also.
I thought so too, and I was like, Devin, no.
Dark Energon, as you would know because you're a smart person and learned this, is also called Blood of Unicron, the blood of the Fallen One, the Deceiver. It's a negative energy power source that pumps through the anti-being, the planet consumer, that's said to be seeded through all of the galaxy from his initial battle with Primus. It's a type of energon that can like fuel people and keep them alive well beyond death, putting them into a state of necrotic perseverance.
It does sound like Dark Energon.
Now, for the wrecker in the party, during the war for Cybertron, Megatron found a supply of it in a station in orbit, Tripticon Station, and used it on himself to fuel his own power, and then used it to poison the heart of the planet so he could link with it psychically and control the entire planet. This backfired, of course, tremendously, poisoned the whole planet, and put Primus into a coma,
And that's
which is why the whole
we're-
world is dead.
And that's why we're here today, and why the whole world is dead.
Brief history lesson from a vet.
Yes.
So how do we use this against him?
Well, if he's dealing with Unicron, Decepticons won't stand for that. So,
It's true.
I mean, he's working with a bunch of Decepticons on that ship, many of whom are war vets. Many of whom would recognize the signs of Dark Energon. So if they haven't noticed, or if they have noticed and are still working with him, that implies something worse.
And even so, even if he's working with Dark Energon, that doesn't mean he's working with
Unicron.
Unicron.
It would not. It stands to reason that he might not be an agent of the Voidbringer.
Yes, he might just be using the Energon.
People have justified worse.
So that might be what it is. Might be making him sick. I was in there though. I was in his ship. Did the engine look like it was Dark Energon?
The engine looked like the engine from Event Horizon.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Creepy
A
as
big,
fuck.
giant, creepy sphere that, when it slid open slightly, pulsing power was coming out of it.
Is that? I never thought to ask at the time, but is that normal Cybertronian design?
No.
Not at all, right?
It just looks like a big, multicolored engine block that's fun.
Like that's what I was just picturing, like a tube.
Yeah, no, it's on a warp core.
I'll work for now.
Well,
I'm gonna-
So that.
Now you're like, uh-oh.
Okay, so yeah, I'll start describing the engine room. To be like, that's what the engine room looked like.
And I'm gonna replay that chanting pulse that we heard when he was.
Odd statics
on the
all
ship.
your ears when you hear it. It
Do
hurts.
they recognize it?
Oh yeah, they all like do make like a feedback noise on their audio sensors.
So, like, is that like the sound of Dark Energon?
I think that might be prayers to Unicron.
I have no idea. The engine room though. I thought this was a Cybertronian ship.
I mean,
He's really smart. Maybe he just invented
during
a new
the
engine.
golden age of Cybertron, people explored all avenue of science. And if he's counted out from somewhere far deep in the galaxy, maybe someone, the previous owner was more deranged than him.
It's very strange, very strange design. I've never seen anything like it.
Nor have I.
Yeah, and he's our science man.
Well, all the more reason we got to take him out if he's meddling around with.
Did you describe what you saw at all in the vision?
Did you describe the icon?
Sure. I described the vision.
So, other science people among you might recognize that as classic heraldry of the Fallen, the herald of the Chaos Bringer. Your allegory for Lucifer.
It's awfully Satan-y in here.
Okay.
So he's want to bring up one of the Fallen, or the agents of Unicron?
Not one of, the Fallen.
There's one.
Possessed by it is an option.
He's the herald of Unicron, his agent.
Well,
Okay, he might actually, that might be why Tarantulus is crazy. He might be an agent of Unicron.
I guess maybe the ship exerts its toll on him and makes him work towards Unicron's goals here. Therefore,
Do we know if the ship is another one of us? A Cybertronian?
I mean, everything is. I have no idea.
not everything's a transformer, but
Cybertron.
I'm simply saying he may not be the herald. The ship might be. If he's afraid of it.
well,
And it's making him sick.
he might be a puppet. Well, one way or the other.
Now I'm wondering if we free him from its influence, if he'll revert back to his normal self before.
I don't think there's much left of him in that. We saw how he looks. Freeing him from the influence may simply be a mercy kill.
No one is beyond redemption.
You saw what he looked like, right? I'm
well-
not saying that he's irredeemable. I'm saying that he's dead. I'm saying that the only thing holding him together might be the Dark Energon and the ship.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely willing to kill him regardless, but if, yeah, I know, this is crazy. What are we doing here? So, he's trying to raise Satan? He's trying to raise
The Fallen.
Unicron. I keep forgetting Unicron's name.
Yeah. Knowing if that is his intention, that will bring many to our cause, I believe, as it is a unifier for both Decepticon and Autobot and unaligned all.
Yes.
No sane Cybertronian is going to side with that.
We have a few leads. We know where he's at right now. We've got a handle on this. So I guess we should just go?
Well, let's finish this up. maybe.
Talk.
Yeah. Obviously we're finishing this
Yeah.
up, but...
Fuel up Skylink.
Yeah, you guys, hit the last few switches and Energon pumps into him, and the Tron lines and stuff on the missile start lighting up and flowing, and the Autobot symbol blinks up.
Hey, so you
The
guys,
autocracy symbol.
you guys disarmed this missile.
Yes.
Did you stick that stuff anywhere?
Yes.
Can you get it?
They gesture to the carving of the slain Omega Protector.
Yeah. It's in there.
Yes.
Awesome. I want to start rigging up a trap in this room.
Okay.
I just want to rig it up so that once we leave, the next person to enter it is going to have a big explosion to deal with.
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Skylinks.
Yeah, you hear Skylink starting to kind of come back to consciousness slowly. He's not quite all there, but you can still pilot him.
We should leave that to them, though, because they do not handle
So
it.
you wanna move the
Prophet.
into Skylinks, and they're gonna take off.
Yes.
And then we got that explosion here, so if someone comes by, it'll turn this place into a goddamn crater.
Yes.
Look at that. Look at that.
It'll explode just like they predicted, but they just won't be here.
They weren't defeated, guys. They just, you know, they were seeing how it played out. All right. Yeah, Skylinks isn't really conscious yet, but he's online, and people are they're moving inside. You know, there's a fair amount of these prophets here. Wherever fate will take you, Primus go with you.
And you.
Make the symbol of the hand.
Hmm.
Till all are one.
Till all are one.
Keep your eyes open.
They start streaking away in Skylinks. You're left on the outskirts of the crater, like the silo.
Did anyone else think those guys were kind of weird?
They're religious folk. They always are.
I mean, compared to who?
War takes a toll.
Our
on
sniper,
everyone.
he just kind of goes over a list of all of cop
Yeah.
people we've met.
Yeah, compared to them.
No,
I don't
no,
think they're
they're
weird.
all.
I don't think they're weird compared to Cup. They're just old. Old people. Old Cybertronians tend to, especially if they've been in the war, been around the war, they tend to condense themselves. Their personalities become more intense.
Is
That's
that what
old
happened to
people are
you?
like. I mean,
I'm not that old.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm actually not that old at all.
You're like the
but-
same age.
yeah.
But you're so intense.
Oh yeah, I'm a wrecker. Why do you think they recruited me?
Okay.
See, some people have an identity and they start embodying that identity.
Slenderization.
I guess in the meantime, Multiplex was like cleaning up the rubble, build a sort of shrine to commemorate the whole city being destroyed by the autocracy and so on.
Sure.
Well,
Don't we not want that to happen because they're going to be coming in here and getting a trap, so we don't want it to look like we were here?
I mean, just because someone put up a shrine next to this, desolate, wasteland, commemorating the atrocities of the autocracy from ages ago, doesn't mean that we did it just, 5 minutes ago, guys. But yeah.
Yeah.
Because that war, that was like, very deep for Multiplex here. To the victims of autocracy and then the Autobot symbol.
It might even be better because he's making the location obvious.
Hmm.
We want them to find this place now.
Yeah, I suppose it.
Alright, what's your next move?
Well, I think
You gotta rush to Iacon because something bad's about to happen?
Yeah.
pretty much.
Alright, you all do you all transform and pylon? Do you all pylon inside Multiplex?
No.
I fly outside as usual.
Alright.
God damn it.
So, do you want to wrap for today? Or
I mean, we could hit Iacon.
Could you just close the bathroom door?
Yeah, we keep closing. It keeps getting open. He's not closing. He's coming back.
I mean,
Close the bathroom door?
it'll still be.
Yeah, but you can barely hear it if the door's closed.
Yeah.
Alright. Iacon. You guys are heading there. It's going to be a nightmare. Alright, I'm going to pause. Alright, we're back. So this would be another long journey that you guys are, I assume, are going to speed through. Because you've got some alacrity to you now, knowing what Tarantulus is kind of up to.
Yep.
In the horizon, you can see his two warships, the new one and the old one. So his original ship, the Axelon, it looks old Cybertronian and was covered in like Cybertronian markings and like Knights of Cybertron era technology. A lot of that was scorched off from you guys blowing it up in orbit. And underneath is this pattern of machinery and metal that looks like, you know the stealth bomber where it's like kind of like octagon plates or hexagon plates that are kind of like all clicked together and kind of molded. It looks like that underneath. Like black, matte, stealth octagons with red energon running through them. The second ship, sorry, the Ethereal, has none of those trappings. It's a large, imposing, sleek ship that looks almost like a hand, made of those black hexagons with red marks going through them, with like pulse engines all underneath it and over it, and like no ostentatious designs to it.
So the first one is his flagship, and the second is the one that he unearthed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see them in low orbit over Iacon, and you can see like from like various ports and like protrusions from both of them, like firing down onto Iacon, doing stuff. So yeah, who wants to take the first long journey turn? But you're pretty much going at top speed to get here, so.
So, I guess we're going over chasms, jumping over them in a hurry. Breakout, what did we lose in the journey? Who fell behind?
I don't want to lose any of the stuff we have.
What do we lose?
Destroyer.
No.
He just fell out with everyone inside.
That'd actually be hilarious. So he's like trying to catch up, and he has all those Decepticons inside of him. All 5 of them.
Okay, I'm gonna say that because we're running around and jiggling around so much, that Demolisher loses his lunch. So he pukes out everyone that he had ate.
Yeah, so the Reflector team and Rumble and Frenzy break out of Demolisher.
Nicole, set something up for someone.
So, how many make up the camera?
3.
So, all 5 of those Decepticons are screwing around inside of Multiplex. How do we deal with that, Necronome? And don't say light his blood on fire again. Although I really kind of want to do that all the time.
Sacrifices have to
You're
be
so
made,
mean.
so, in the confusion, we chase them all into the same ejection area and just launch all 5 of them out.
Whoa! What?
Traitors!
I thought you were going to say we push them into the power core. So you know what? That's a better option.
You, Flutter, how do we retrieve, the good Decepticons
All of them.
while ditching the awful ones?
Alright, so they're in a tube and have been fired up into the air as you guys are running.
Presumably those dicks didn't hear our plans inside of Demolisher.
You don't know.
Go stop Tarantulus? Oh yeah, they fucking... Such a cryptic
No,
plan.
where we're putting those guys.
Yeah, no, not at all.
So we stop, and Multiplex hastily transforms into his robot
How
form.
do you solve the problem? Is the thing for the long journey.
I'm getting there. And then I review
I don't think
numerous holovids that I've taken and quickly play whatever the Transformers version of YouTube is and teach him how to juggle, and that's allowing him to safely collect the Reflector Squad out of the air and toss the other Decepticons into a chasm.
Why are we killing them?
They
I
suck.
don't know. You're just throwing them away.
Who's left to have something tossed to them?
The Overlord and I guess I'm
I mean, all our dicks, all our
Okay.
all our
So-
bodies.
We toss those people out.
Because of this, we are slightly behind in our breakneck schedule to get there. But fortunately, Multiplex has an idea on how we can make up the lost ground.
I saw that
What
I
is
had to
it?
finish it. So
You started
Overlord.
it? Okay. How do I
Overlord.
pitch the Overlord?
Okay, so
Those
you're,
two people-
you're getting him to juggle and you guys are losing ground.
Yeah.
Alright. The reason you're losing ground then is because after you stop to try and sort this out and keep on running, is as they're flying away, Frenzy and Rumble shot at one of your guys and hurt them.
Oh shit.
And you had to patch them quickly.
Oh.
So pick a guy you guys have and damage them. Don't all volunteer at once.
Yeah, one of my buds can be hurt. So my
Yeah?
my Turbo Foxes,
Uh-huh.
they're on my gear sheet, not my
Yep.
companions. So does that mean if they take damage, they don't go away?
No. Well, mechanically, they are your gear, they're not your companions. So, just because they're people doesn't mean that,
They're not gear.
yeah. So,
If you lose them, you can replace them when your gear refreshes.
maybe...
Yeah. It's just what you were saying, because I have one bond with each of them.
Yeah.
You're saying the bond breaks if they take damage.
Oh no, if they take damage and they don't have any stats undamaged.
Okay.
So damage one of their stats.
I guess I could damage Diabomb because he already spent one of his stats, so he'll...
No, one of my guys is fine. Like, I have 2 of them, and they both have 2 stats, so... It's fine if one of them gets damaged.
Yeah, but like if you have to refresh one gear, then you have a half gear option that's half damage, like sort of wasting the slot.
Who cares?
Who cares?
We're trying to move
I nominate
forward.
the swarm of bugs.
What's one of those?
They're
His
gone.
swarm of bugs. Oh, darn.
All right, pick a thing and let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and yes, finally, after your journey, your breakneck speed, you arrive at the ruins of Icon, the Autobot capital. The old ancient buildings have been blown apart and demolished. You see Decepticons and swarms all over this place. Like, Insecticon swarms and Decepticon soldiers are swarming this place, and they're keeping a pretty good distance from the middle, where Tarantulus originally, like, when he first came here, as we established, he ripped parts of this place open. Well, you can see deep inside now, like, coming from a kind of a cliff perspective. And yeah, they're deep in Iacon's kind of foundation. There's a large Cybertronian seal that they're firing on and blowing holes in.
What's the plan?
Reinforce the seal. Throw a rock at it.
Well, we can get to the ships and stop their firepower from coming down. This seal seems to be holding for now.
Yeah, it's the seal of the primes. There are 13 icons on it. It's a big giant slab, guys. It's not like, Legend of Zelda with the different sage seals of magic. It's a fucking thing they're carving through with firepower.
Do you want to jump on something?
Well, when they're firing, the shields are down, so yes, we can jump.
Tarantulus and Dreadwing are on scene.
Okay. I'd very much like to kill Tarantulus. Anyone have any idea how to do so?
Fire at him.
Yeah, presumably just fire at him.
I mean, he's evil. He's not immortal.
Yeah. I assumed he'd be a good fighter, but okay.
We know he's not, though.
He's a scientist.
I think we've established that before, actually, that he's just a nerd.
He's an egghead. They're so squishy.
No. Out of character, you're not wanting to share his weakness with any of us?
Cool. Cool.
Yeah, he's not standing on the bow of his ship, guys, with his arms crossed looking down. He's in his ship, on scene.
We need to get to the ship.
I know, that's what I was saying. Anyone have any idea how to get to him?
I think, like,
We could.
But also, he knows that he's weak to stuff, and
yes,
he's not telling
but
us.
the problem is that only I know it, so I guess we'd have to erase that bond or something like that. When we share it, and then maybe some repercussion towards me, so maybe when that comes up, when we have a confrontation with Tarantulus or something.
You just know his weakness.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
Yeah, you don't, stop knowing his weakness when you lose the bond.
People, we need actions.
I say we jump up onto the ship. You guys start smashing it. You break apart into pieces. The 3 of us infiltrate, see what damage we can do on the inside, while you guys just rip through.
Sounds like a plan.
Maybe
Okay.
we'll be able to.
I'm going to pause while we establish who's on scene.
Yep.
Okay? All right,
Punch
so
down,
we're
punch.
in.
Okay.
You guys are on the horizon of the wreckage of an Iacon skyscraper. You are looking down at the Seal of Primus and the crater that those warships are carving into the city below, and they're eventually going to burn their way through that and get to whatever's inside. The ground is coated in Insecticons. It looks like all of them are here. All of the big brute warriors, all of the spitter artillery units, all of the flyers that pick people up and rip them apart in the air. Even the small swarmers that get inside your body and eat you from the inside. He brought them all. And flying around, walking around in the area, wading through them as big as life like a titan, are those other Decepticons that he's been working with. They're keeping a perimeter mostly.
Hmm.
And as of this moment, They haven't noticed your titanic form on the horizon.
Neat.
What do you guys do?
I'm going to start scanning through the armies to find, particularly Insecticons that have like large stores of energon for like their weaponry and whatnot.
Sure.
Basically, ones that look the most explosive, the ones that are glowing red.
Yeah, there are ones that are glowing red that are like providing energon to other ones. They're like spitters.
Yeah. More specifically, I'm trying to make this a look closely because it gives me a trap over enemies, like targets, when I do that.
Okay, yeah, you can act with look closely.
Okay. Yeah, so over 10.
Okay, what does that mean?
Basically means I have a trap that I can use on them.
Okay.
And also means I have look closely as an ability.
Advantage.
So, where are like the kind of prime locations I could set off certain Insecticons using like explosive traps where it would do the most damage to the army?
To the army itself?
Yeah.
Okay, I can give that to you. That's an advantage, like knowing the weak points.
Yeah.
What are your other two questions?
Who looks like they're actually moving with direction as far as the leader, the generals go?
Okay, Dreadwing isn't here outside of the ship, and you don't see Tarantulus. They might be on board their respective vessels.
Mm-hmm.
Hurting the Insecticons, as big as he was before, is Scorponok. He's moving through them, directing them, and like pointing where for them to go to like kind of be ready.
Mm-hmm.
Flying above, sending out like air signals and radio signals, you recognize the triple changer Blitzwing from the report that Breakout gave you.
Mm-hmm.
And on the ground, though it isn't directing them in like an obvious way, you do see every once in a while little like skitsy kind of like visual tears,
Oh no.
meaning blurs in play.
We need to do something about the blur. He might take away our weapons.
That answers my third question then, of who looks like they don't want to be here. So.
Nitro Zeus doesn't.
Oh.
He's like putting around the edge, like pushing Insecticons like back near like, you know, into order and stuff, and looks like he's really half-assing it.
Okay. I need to go speak with a friend.
Tarantulus?
You.
The trap explodes.
He just kind of keeps, and then he just jumps off the multiplex.
Skitter.
Yeah.
All right, you're skating away to meet with Nitro Zeus. Who else?
Do you think you could throw a rock at that ship?
Yeah, but what will it do? It's just a rock, and those are warships.
It would have me on it.
Sure, I can toss ya.
I can fire you as a Trojan horse.
But if he throws me, then it's obvious that I am being thrown, and they might be suspicious. If he throws a rock with me on it, they'll think he's throwing a rock to try and damage the ship. And I'll
Counterpoint
just
that you'd be aware of? You're really small.
yeah.
Nobody
Most
notices
people
you.
most people don't actively scan for something that small.
Do you have your stealth move ready?
No.
Hide inside a lunchbox or something, or like a toolkit.
Because if we want to be taking care of these armies, I guess in together, we'll need to be working together because they're so big. So I'll need a spotter, or you know, someone. Mechanically speaking, I need someone to be looking closely so I can finish them, because it's hard to keep them busy and so on and so on. So
I guess I can do that.
He doesn't have to be right beside you to be doing that. He's been giving you advantage without being beside you. That's the nature of the game.
No, but I mean, he's saying that like I can't leave to go and sneak through the ship because he wants me here to help him
now,
out.
plus, if I toss you, I might toss you into the building, break the bones, and then we're gonna be rolling fault.
No, ho!
Let's do it. I can fly out over the armies and I can start scanning them, doing what I do best, which is collecting intel, relaying it back to you, identifying weak points, gaps in their army, places for you to strike. So that sounds like a plan. Let's get engaged. Let's do it.
Okay. So you've got Army of Bugswarm, Army of Flying Swarm, Army of Warrior Swarm, King of Sword Swarm of Arrows. a warrior leader, and so on and so on. Ooh-wee.
Oh yeah. The swarm of arrows is just going to be them providing constant covering fire.
Okay.
Breakout, what are you up to? This is truly a war.
Hoo-wee.
Yeah, you're just staring down. Every once in a while, you see a zip, zip, zip.
It'd be great if we could trigger an explosion. No, that would probably just set off this explosion and kill him. I don't know how the fuck to catch him. He's too fast.
If we can pause him, if someone can, I mean, mechanically, if someone can keep him busy, but pause him to get him to stand still for long enough.
What if...
I can shoot the bomb. I can shoot right through its cortex and disable it. I just need him to stand still.
Great. Before you leave, can you give me super glue on my gun so he can't take it? And super glue on the rest of the gun so when he tries to grab it, he'll get stuck to the gun. And then we'll be stuck together.
But if he stops running, he'll explode.
But then he does the thing he just said about killing the explosion.
I grab him and pick up my tire so he can still be running on my tire.
But you can't grab him because he's too fast.
I got good reflexes.
Yeah, not that good.
Set a trap for him?
Yeah, I do
Like
have
a spider?
I have a trap specifically laid out, actually. So.
Like a
that's what
spider?
I'm saying. Like you trap him.
So yeah, I'll use that trap of mine to stop him, because it lets me lay out a trap for what I targeted. I targeted the army. Is he part of the army, or is he something separate? Actually,
He's all over. So you can use that trap because you looked closely. You're looking for an advantage.
yeah.
So it sounds like you want to use your advantage in your trap to finish Blur.
Yep.
Bear trap.
I was
Can
thinking
it be
Spider-Man trap.
Ooh.
Oh no, it's just the specific type of trap. But
Oh, what does bear trap even mean?
it just means they stop moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, it specifically says it stops you from... Oh, it does. It immobilizes them.
Yep.
Chicha.
It also causes immense distracting pain when initially triggered.
Which is, for the best, the dang DeVito bombs on it.
So yeah, it's gonna be like one of those piano wire traps that set off at the Elven Forest.
Okay, so the plan right now is you're going to set off that trap to immobilize him, and the advantage you're going to use, someone's going to shoot the bomb.
Yeah.
Blowout, I believe his name was.
Yeah. Because we've seen an image of him and the bomb. So I can create like a precise 3D model with my sensors.
Yeah, there we go.
And know exactly where the bomb will be.
And
so I
then-
can just be on a
Are
rock.
you actually really good at shooting? Just to...
Yeah.
It's kind of his thing.
But he has really bad blood, I remember, so that's why I'm asking.
But I'm using Grace because it's precision strike.
Nice. Nice.
I mean, this would get you an Autobot ally.
Yeah. Excellent. This is how we're doing it then. So.
All right. So yeah, Blur runs and you set off the fucking I guess it's an electro net like in the Predator.
Yeah, a bunch of weird, like, long spider-like tendrils, like, whip out and, like, pierce through a lot of non-vital areas to, like, stop him right in place.
No, my god, I'm like, this is so painful. Ah, this is the worst.
I shoot right through the cortex of Blowout.
And since we're working together,
Yep.
Roll with
Hope, which I need because it gives me a 9.
Oh, your grace is +3. Nice.
Yeah.
Please tell me you get a 10.
No, I get a 9.
so that doesn't.
So damage a stat, maybe you damage it exploding to kill it, I guess. So it's
Or
still
you damage
attack.
his ability to explode.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actually, one of his stats is definitely...
Yeah, instead of having too scared, he has held here against his will, basically. The original speedster dude is if you get damaged, he runs away from the fight immediately because he's a coward. But this version is Blur. He's being held here at gunpoint. All right, so yeah, you're gonna take out that stat. Okay.
Oh shit, but what about...
Oh shit, what about nothing? All right, so he is being electrified, saying a lot while being shocked, as is Blowout. A laser round or a plasma round goes through Blowout, goes through Blur, and Blowout kind of flies off. Ah! Going into stasis lock, being lost in the battle. He's still being electrocuted by the bear trap.
Good.
Blur is
Good.
your friend.
Whose
So-
friend?
What I was going to say is, what about his friend that's in jail?
The cop.
The cop?
The autocracy
We'll have to go
cop.
get him.
Oh,
We'll have to
no.
bust him out.
Because he's probably dead now because his bomb probably...
You are assuming, again, you all keep doing this, that Tarantula was telling the truth
Yeah.
to Blur, and B, that Blowout and C4, like SEE4, have an instantaneous psychic connection.
Yeah. Plus, hey, you're on the battlefield. Sometimes people will go down. Oh no, we'll figure it out later.
C4's gonna be like, I didn't hear from Blowout. He's eating a fucking meatball sub. I better kill myself. He didn't bring me one.
But you are right. It does mean that we need to get him out.
Yeah, you are on a time limit on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, we probably have to get him off the ship first, because otherwise, I don't think Tarantulus is stupid enough to set off a bomb in his own ship.
It's a bomb-proof cell.
Huh.
It's meant for this.
Fun.
Anyway, Blur's there being tortured.
Oh
Can I
no.
get him out?
You're gonna go into the battlefield and like cut him out where there are Decepticons swarming everywhere? Or did you set the trap when he was kind of away from the army?
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna jump in and cut him out?
Yeah.
Alright.
That sounds like overcome.
No, he's just out.
Sure.
Just do it.
Okay.
You just cut the trap.
It's my trap. It's not like an enemy trap.
Yes. It's fucking using scissors, man. Alright. And the shock stops, and Blur, bright blue and white Autobot who's a sports car and stuff, and looks just like, an Autobot, a robot. He's looking around for the bomb.
We got you.
You got the bomb off. Oh my god, I can't believe you did that. You actually shot it off. Oh, there it is over there. He's knocked out, completely out. You're a wrecker. We're going to be able to take on the army now. It's going to be you, me, Blur, and Breakout. 2 wreckers that one isn't a wrecker because I turned out being a wrecker. Who shot that off? Where's the gun in the area? Is there a gun? How many guns do we got? We're going to need a lot of guns because we got an entire army here.
Take some sticky, put it in his mouth.
Oh, boy. We're gonna do the Predator arm.
He grabs you and vips you away from the fight. Where do you want to be going? We have to head somewhere because we can't go nowhere. We have to take care of this fight. Tarantulus is a crazy man. You don't understand what's going on here.
I'm just gonna point because I cannot get in a word in edgewise.
You will not.
So I'm just gonna point to where we need to go.
So you're stealing the sports car.
No, he's holding you.
Yeah, steering the sports car. Go this way.
You gotta watch out. There's a Decepticon here. Decepticon's over here, over there, everywhere, nowhere. That's where. We have to get out of here.
Okay, now you need to be quiet for a minute. Is he gesturing at Peter's character?
Oh, he's shooting Peter a little.
Oh,
Not a lot, a little.
No, hey, he's on our side. Okay, this is our crew. Stop shooting him. He's on our side.
You're welcome.
Yes, this is our crew. We just saved you. That's great. What?
We know what's going on here. We don't need the explanation.
Do we know what's going on here?
Yes, we just had a whole trip about it. Right?
No, we specifically don't know why he's trying to break into that seal, because we don't know what's behind the seal.
He's gonna start talking
Thank you.
real fast. Who wants to wait out him talking and then play it back in slow-mo?
Who's always
I guess
recording.
that sounds like a thing that I would do.
Tarantulus is here with his warship and his army of Decepticons and Insecticons. He's planning to blow open the Seal of the Primes and steal a bunch of Dark Energon held below to fuel his warships. The warships are really powerful and ancient and kind of alive, but they're not Cybertronian. He keeps talking about this golden disc around him because he doesn't think the prisoners can actually hear him. I don't understand why. He talks to himself a lot. It's really goddamn creepy. He thinks the golden disc is going to give him a message from Megatron about how to win the war in the future past. He needs to go and find a bunch of mystics and prophets to be able to recreate the disc using time travel magic so he can get the full disc and get the full message from Megatron. But to power that arch, he wants Dark Energon in his ship and in the arch so that he can use both and connect them together and network them. Because Dark Energon allows people to network together technology in such a way that someone can use their own will to control it. Most of the Decepticons here are being lied to and fooled. Megatron has no idea what's going on. It's just Tarantulus lying to them, lying through his faceplate to them.
Okay.
Well, that won't do.
Okay. Anyone know any weaknesses of getting into the ship, I guess? We need to get into the ship and kill people. Right?
I'm not actually here. I'm.
Oh
down
yeah,
on
you're
the
gone.
ground.
I looked to his outline.
Well, multiplex, do we want to deal with the ship or do we want to deal with the armies?
I mean, if we kill Tarantulus, then we solve all our problems. Not all our problems, but I mean, the biggest one.
Well, either or. Lots of things here to be dealing with.
One of you make the call, and I'll do what you say.
Yeah, we're gonna kill Zach. We're gonna go try to kill fucking what's his name.
So Multiplex
know.
throws us onto the ship.
Yeah. Or maybe he tries to Hulk smash jump it too.
Huh.
Yeah, he could start trying to tear it apart from the back. That would be the perfect distraction that would allow us to
I
infiltrate.
guess on there comes. Hey, Necron, we want to be taking care of the armies together?
The armies.
The ground forces.
Very well, if that's what you wish.
I mean, you're going to go grab another ally, because if you have an ally working with you, it helps you hold back the army, doesn't it?
Well, the two of us.
Everyone can take a bond with Blair.
That's pretty much like. I need someone to be looking closely with sense and so on. I don't think I have that good. And then someone needs to be finishing them off because we can't be doing keep them busy because they're armies and we're not.
Well, that's why I
equipped
asked
to
if
do
you wanted to deal with the ships or deal with
See.
the armies.
I need someone to be working here with me with the armies, or otherwise we can be going. But if
Do you think you can take the ships alone?
No, I can't kill both Dreadwing and Tarantulus on my own.
And how about
As
this?
much as I like to brag.
Why don't you help with the ground? We'll repel some of these forces down here, and then we'll take out the ships.
I mean, all right, we're just gonna wear ourselves down and be too weak to fight Tarantulus, though. Like,
If we deny him another thing he wants, though, then we are hurting him either way. I do believe if we can attempt to subvert as many of his allies as possible, especially now that we know that he is holding it together with lies and, I assume, a lot of duct tape.
Yup.
Start grabbing some ammunition to throw. I'm going to start relaying you target coordinates.
Okay.
All right, we're going to swing the spotlight then to you,
Okay.
because you're on the ground.
Yep.
All right, edge of the battle. You see Nitro Zeus. He's just walking around.
I'm just gonna kind of walk up next to him, so we're just kind of walking through this battleground together.
Whoa!
Easy.
Easy there, friend.
I
Nitro
know.
Zeus is going to have to put a slug in ya.
And you would have already, if you were actually motivated to do so. You don't seem like this is your style. You're too good for this.
Oh, there it is. Nitro Zeus knows you're playing him, and he likes it.
It's working.
Oh, you even did the guns.
I'm just saying, you are better than this. And I just happen to know now that Tarantulus is, well, frankly, he's leading you all by the
Muffler?
muffler. Yes. I was gonna say nose, and then I was like, wait.
Wait a minute.
Like his
we
face
don't
spread.
have those.
I mean, Nitro Zeus figured that out last session.
And I know this is a bad time to again offer the hand of an alliance. But at the very least, I don't want you involved in this where you might get hurt.
might scratch a paint job.
That isn't a threat, by the way. I simply know a useful ally when I see one. And losing you in a pointless war against Tarantulus of all people.
Talk sense.
Do you want to talk sensitive? No, this might be speak softly.
Yeah, most likely.
'Cause you're asking for a favor.
Talk sense is asking for a favor. Speak softly is asking questions. They named them wrong.
Okay, well then yeah, it's talk sense.
Okay.
Grace, wisdom, or sense? What do you do?
You appeal to their emotions or their desires?
Yeah, that sounds like wisdom.
Oh, wow. Okay, I got over 10.
Nice.
So,
I didn't need your stats.
Do as they ask.
So yeah, they do as I ask. A 7 plus, 9 below.
So what's the favor?
I'm asking him to leave this battle so that we can meet.
Not help you?
Will you actually? I mean, this seems like a very opportune time to switch sides. This is such an important battle to Tarantulus, clearly.
Yeah, but I'm immortal.
What?
He like gestures for you to shoot him.
Okay. I'm gonna do
Ricochets back into you.
that. Ow! Oh, okay, I see what you mean. That is amazing.
Nitro Zeus is immortal. That's why he survived being tortured for centuries under Megatron's prison.
Wow, okay. This changes things. You should side with us. Side with me.
I need your technology on me. Give
I
me
want
a
you
kibble.
around. You are much more amazing than I first gave you credit for. People like
It's my chrome finish.
the people of Gigan 4, they understand a valuable Cybertronian when they see one.
Yeah, all right, he'll help you in the fight.
Excellent.
He cannot be kept busy or damaged by magic or ranged weapons.
Only by his ego. Excellent.
Just punch him.
Also, if you try to fight him, you have to pay a price to get close to him.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
He's a nightmare!
Yes. And now he's my nightmare.
Yeah, if you just stroke his ego, you keep him busy as if you get a 10+ without rolling.
Perfect.
Alright, you can add Nitro Zeus as your companion. You have another bond with him.
And together we will destroy Tarantulus.
It's
Ooh.
gonna be a bloodbath.
Which I think is going to be the second part of that bond, actually. And together we'll destroy Tarantulus.
Alright, let's swing it
Stop.
from your victory then. Who else wants to go?
I'm going to go up into the air above the battlefield, start dodging through the lasers, get between the two destroyers, and start looking down at the swarms. And I'm going to analyze the ones that are firing ranged weapons,
Swarm of arrows.
swarm of arrows. And I'm going to create a model and start using my targeting computer to get some predictive movement going and figure out where they're going to be bunching up and most well placed for a large rock to fall down and do some serious damage.
Nice.
And then I'm going to beam that information over to Multiplex.
That sounds perfect. Make it so.
That's rough.
Oh no, what'd you get?
I got an 8, so
Wasn't
it's
bad.
still good enough. 2 questions, so I don't know. I guess what is the weakest point in the arrow swarm?
The model they're using is being networked together among them because they're kind of dumb clones. It's just how Decepticons work. So the weakness is that after they do a barrage, they'll cluster together to recharge and dissipate heat, and then they'll spread apart again.
And what will happen if a large rock falls on them when they cluster together?
They'll overclock and explode.
Okay,
That'll give you advantage.
there we go.
All right. There's a cut coming though.
Okay.
Someone noticed you.
Okay, who noticed me?
There's a Cybertronian over there that you didn't recognize before. He doesn't look Decepticon. He doesn't look Autobot either. And he doesn't look unaligned. He looks weird and old. And he was basically standing on top of a tower, scanning the battlefield, and he sees you. Like, it seems impossible that he could, but it looks like he was able to pick you out from the backdrop.
I hate being seen.
And he's tracking like what you're doing, and then he's tracking across the field and sees Multiplex.
That's fine. Can I go?
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, go for it.
No, just
Yeah,
ask whether you're
definitely.
finished.
No, absolutely, yeah. You've been spotted, though.
Okay.
That's fine. I'm a threat to the world. He'll have to pay a price.
Oh, he will.
Well, I don't have any big rocks on me, but I can have something big. So I guess I run over the cliff, ask the Titan to bunch up, and jump on there with my Leap the Moon, or what was it called? Mighty Leap. Yeah. I mean, if they're bunching up, I'm jumping there to punch them with my mighty fists. Slam. Oh, I got 10 plus, which means I finished them.
Lordy. Okay, yeah, that swarm breaks apart.
Yep. Let me track that now.
Sure. So yeah, Multiplex crashes into the middle of the fight and starts destroying Insecticons, detonating them.
Awesome.
Okay, so now we have 2 groups.
I would like to look at the battlefield, figure out who the 2 biggest problems are. Who on the ground, preferably with a ranged weapon.
Scorponok is there, and he's a Titan.
Okay, Scorponok. I would like to get his attention,
Okay.
call attention to myself, basically taunt him into trying to shoot at me, then blip away so he actually shoots one of their,
Like a flyer.
or, yeah.
I have no idea how to model that. What are your guys' suggestions? Help me out.
I mean, you obviously want to create an advantage here because you can't finish it because you don't have an advantage. So, either
He's
keep it busy.
He's an individual. You're keeping him busy.
Yeah.
You're getting him to waste his shots, getting him frustrated because
Yeah, like, oh, I'm shooting at you, and then from the side, a train comes by to kill him. I guess.
So
Feels like-
I'd say you're keeping him busy.
Yeah, keep him busy. Roll with courage. And that'll give you advantage. That'll give advantage over him. And maybe then you can parlay that advantage into a finish the move against someone else by using his weapons fire. That makes sense, right?
Yes.
I got a 6.
Oh no. Okay, cuts.
I rolled all 2s.
Oh.
I'm also a threat to the world, though. I don't know if that means anything.
That just means he pays a price, but I get to make a cut as hard as I want against you.
Yeah, because you're present here, Tarantulus.
Okay, yeah, alright. Scorponok sees you and locks on. So he is going to... Yeah, alright. He is going to run up and damage you. He pays a price, but he's stronger than reasonable, so he only takes half. His stat only has to be damaged twice before it affects him.
So, if the cut's coming,
No. She rolled a 6. It's a hard cut, not a soft cut.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay.
It has happened. There's a few enemies here that make just hard cuts. Unfortunately, because he is a Titan, other bad stuff happens when he does damage. What undamaged stats do you have?
All of them?
Okay, pick one.
Well, I'll pick sense then.
Alright. Scorponok jumps up with assist jets flying behind him and comes down to smash you with his fists. You seem to get out of the way because you're nimbly, and then he swipes with his arm and flings half of you away. You separate. It's part of his toss aside. When you take damage, you're sent flying. So his hard cut is to damage you and separate you. He also took damage. But you're stronger than reasonable. There you are, Wrecker! You can see like there's obvious patch marks along his torso and face. Let's see how you like it! Alright, we're gonna move to someone else, because you're in clear danger now. You're engaging a Titan. Who's next?
Okay, so one of them is in clear danger. Where did the other one land?
Where did you land?
I don't know, preferably close by or safely.
Not close by or safely. Specifically not. Alright, well, I'm going to say then, I'm going to fill in the gaps here then. Smash is in a combat with Scorponok, and Grab flew over to the other side of the fight. Nearby where that one Decepticon that Notice Flutter is.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make it over there without being noticed as well, because if the two of us are over there, we can get the drop on this one.
Okay. Alright, you're going to make your way over to... Which one? Were you paying attention to the ones that separated?
He said he's going to the one that's near the weird one, right?
Yeah, near
Then that, you
Cyclonus.
said that was Grab.
Okay, Grab. Alright, you're making your way to Grab. Grab is there. Interact. Grab, you've been fucking split in half.
You alright?
No.
Well, let's work off a little stress here then. Shall we? I'm going to get a look at the Decepticon that's here, or the Unaligned.
The Cybertronian.
The Cybertron.
Standing on top of the roof, with like weird rounded kind of like soft corners, purple and white with like this kind of deeper black like cream pattern to him. His head looks like almost like a kind of weird polygon crown. He has a faceplate that has like jagged teeth on it and like weird photoreceptors, and like he almost looks like a knight. Like an actual like Earth Knight that's like been Decepticon-ish colored and smoothed over into a G1 Transformers robot. Is Cyclonus, and he is watching Multiplex. Just narrowed in, staring. It looks like he's clearly sizing up and getting ready to act.
I don't really want to backstab a guy who's clearly not made it clear that he's doing anything, though. Going to...
Stab him in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Tap him on the shoulder from behind.
Going to just appear beside him. With,
Okay.
grab nearby, just in case, because... Decided on a side yet?
Get in my way and perish.
See, that's a friend over there, unfortunately. So I may have to get in the way, depending on what your plan is here.
You will only ever get one chance.
It's more than most give me. So I ask why? Why with Tarantulus, then?
He kind of just looks to you. It's not about the Decepticon. It's about the prey.
Biggest prey.
And he's starting to back up like he's getting ready to take a running leap.
Sorry, but
What are you going to try and do?
I'm going to assume a combat stance.
Alright, what are you going to do?
Fight him.
So you're going to keep him busy?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, so there's a bit of a backstab to that. If you ever try to keep Cyclonus busy, you take automatic damage and fail.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, right? Like you're to keep him busy and like get into a mix-up with him, like you know, two robot titans fighting on a burning apocalypse world, and he simply Are you in robot mode?
Yes.
He simply grabs you by the shoulders, picks you up, grabs you by the legs and the head, and breaks you over his knee, damaging one of your stats. Your choice.
Armor?
Sure.
Yeah.
God,
so,
hold my fucking armor.
Oh my God, Nicole, your armor.
so the carapace shatters. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
So
then,
now-
letting go of your legs and still holding your head, he tosses you behind him.
okay, it's a fight.
Now I'm angry.
Oh!
He's not even angry. It's just like, oh, okay, this is an actual fight. This isn't gonna be a...
It's not a duel of fate! Turns into a weird old Cybertronian jet, like pre-autocracy, and he's taking off towards Metro Titan.
I'm gonna get on my communicator. Incoming multiplex. Incoming.
Alright, we swing to multiplex. Uh-oh!
We meet again. I guess I would take my giant fucking gun that I got from,
Your rail launcher.
I got that from Metroplex and start shooting explosive shell flat cannons at him to overcome this cat that's coming my way.
Okay, you're gonna overcome him?
Yep.
Go for it.
I rolled, like 13 or something.
Nice.
Oh boy. Not gonna lie, this is the Giant Slayer.
Figured.
Specifically against you. His cuts get to be as hard as if he was the Overlord.
Oh, God.
Figures.
Oh, God.
Specifically against you.
No, I figured.
It's great. Okay, so you overcame him?
Yep.
I gotta double check overcome. So you stopped the obstacle from causing harm.
So, was using a move against me or not? Or was it just that cut that was falling from flutters?
Yes, pretty much. It was following through from there. So yeah, you're able to like fire and keep him from closing in. He's trying to close in on you.
Well,
I guess he wants to close to melee.
We've been doing these for gigacycles.
Cybertron will burn before this fight ends.
So in the spotlight, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, you're in the middle of a fight with a giant slayer. He's killed so many of your brethren. You know him. You know him from ancient times as Cyclonus the Dark Knight. The Hound. They also called him the Hound of the Nemesis.
Jeez.
So who else wants to go?
So as soon as I see that Smash is in trouble, I am there. Just hard engage thrusters, go down, fly straight for the guy, and then midair as I'm getting close, switch into robot form and just smash full tilt into his head and start stabbing him repeatedly with my arm blades.
I thought you were saying you were
Scorponok.
stabbing me. Yeah, I thought you were saying you were stabbing me, and I'm like, what?
My time has come, Smash!
I admire snakes.
This is for, you know, what was his name?
Scorponok.
No, I'm talking about the camera guy.
Oh, yeah.
This is for my camera!
This is for Reflector Squad!
God.
So keep them busy?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you can do that. And plus, since you're not on the ground, you're able to climb up on him and actually keep him busy.
Neat.
Nice. You're not climbing up on him, you're flying, of course. So what do you got for keeping busy?
Courage?
Sure. Oh, boy.
Do I have bonds with Breako? Yeah, I do. Breako, do you have bonds with me?
Yep.
You roll with hope.
Yeah, 11. So I keep him busy.
Yeah, all
For
right.
as long as necessary.
He is kept busy. There's advantage on him. Oh, no, not you! Get back here! Oh! He's like smacking everything. He's like, no!
Do it, Nicole.
Am I able to just do damage to this guy? Or...
You mean finish them?
Yeah.
As long as you have advantage, but you can't be at his feet. You need to climb up him.
Okay, I was just asking because he's big. I just wanted to know if there's something weird about that.
His larger than life stat means you have to scale him to damage him.
Yep.
Alright, I will do so. I'll grab on to,
Like one of his arms when it's coming down.
yeah, I'll
Don't you
swing
have
off.
a grappling hook?
No, I think that's gone.
Oh.
Even if it's not. I always do grab off weird stuff, so I'll grab onto
Oh,
one
your
of his...
stunt power.
Exactly. I'll grab off one of his fingers, twirl off it like one of those beam
Yeah.
gymnastic people, land on his shoulder and try to shoot him basically in the optic.
In the mouth.
Yeah.
Ah! All right, finish him.
Oh, yeah, way over 10.
Oh. Excellent. Oh, shoot.
I rolled double sixes plus my thing. I thought that was a piece of pizza, and I'm like, where the fuck did you get pizza?
My pizza pocket. This is where I
Muffin
keep all
button.
my pizza.
Muffin button. Very good. All right, so you finished him on a 10 plus, which means you destroy him. What does that mean?
Who is this dick?
Scorponok, the Titan.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to hit him in an area of his face, I guess, that means he's going to bleed out a lot of energy on.
Going to stasis lock.
Yeah, go into stasis lock and also, like, collapse, preferably on the arm.
All right, you fire a Sabo round through his mouth, through his brain module, and he's just like, oh. He's just kind of bleeding out from his head.
Yeah!
Down he goes.
Nice.
All right, swing from there. Who wants to go next?
Okay, we want to help.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of in a heap here. I'm not going to keep that guy busy. It also seems like a really bad idea
Look
to shoot
closely.
him because he just.
I need someone to give me an advantage.
So yeah, I'll give him an advantage by spying on this guy and figuring out a weakness to his flight.
All right, looking closely. Go for it.
Over 10.
Over 10. All right, what do you want to know about Cyclonus,
Okay.
the Dark Knight of Cybertron?
Are there any flaws in his armor?
Yeah, you can notice weaknesses in it. Oxidization from age.
Are there any patterns to his flight?
I mean, like you could use the weakness in his armor if you want to gain advantage on him.
Mm-hmm.
As for patterns to his flight, they're erratic. He looks like he's specialized in hunting this kind of foe and like confusing them and bringing them down.
Yeah, I'm trying to find things that like make it seem like makes it easier to shoot him, basically.
Okay. Yeah, you can parlay advantage with this basically by relaying all this stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to relay everything about his
Third
pattern
question.
not over. Third question.
Also, you can use questions to reveal stats about him.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, we'll reveal a stat about him. What?
He has Recklessly Wild, which means he will always charge in first and by himself whenever possible to fight the giant.
Yeah, he'll have no backup.
Okay.
All right.
So I guess knowing the flight pattern and so on, eventually when he gets close, I take a swing at him to finish him.
Go for it.
Shoot in front of him instead of at him.
Well, that's like 12, so I destroy them.
All right, you take him out.
Yeah, I take him like, this ends now! I just grab him out of the air and using my feats of legend because I'm taking them out, just pile drive into the ground.
Spike him under the earth for another few millennia.
No, he took enough of my people, so I just tear his head off. And yeah, just grab it. This ends today as I look into this like, dying face.
Crack my carapace.
Yeah, smoke and ash and like weird void stuff comes out of his skull.
Oh, what the fuck?
Who is the true warrior and who's the war leader?
The true warrior and the war leader are like hero units among the Insecticons. So the true warrior is like one that looks kind of like Hardshell actually, but like not quite as distinct. And the ward leader is like one larger Insecticon that's like has multi-legs and limbs. It looks like one of the brutes from Shockwave's stock that's like moving through and acting as like a command unit.
Okay, I'm gonna reform into my aerial drone form. I'm gonna talk to you and say, I don't know if going after the mooks is the best strategy. Are you ready to take out some of these commanders?
Yeah, also... You and Grab are away from the battle right now.
Yep.
I guess if Grab gets to me, I can shoot it towards you
Well,
to put you back together.
I can also just teleport
Yeah.
us there. So... You're better at sneaky stuff than straight up combat, right?
I'm very sneaky and I can set traps, yes.
So it'd be better if you don't go into the middle of a combat.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. In which case, we are in the middle of the combat and that's what we want, right? We don't want to
Yeah.
go outside and come back in. Okay. In which case, you're on your own.
That's fine.
Alright. And Grab is going to use the escape power to go where Grab is, or the other way around, or whatever, where Flutter is. And
In the air?
re-fucking combine.
Sure.
Thanks, Necromon. I'm so glad you came by here all by your lonesome to save me.
As Breakout is recombining, I'm gonna head for whichever one is closer to me, the true warrior or the war leader. But someone I can identify as being kind of like head
Which
and
one do you
shoulders
want?
above.
You pick.
Let's go for the war leader. And because they're probably like out commanding, like giving.
Yeah, they're sending out
Instructions
pheromones and like
and stuff.
electromagnetic signals.
So I'm gonna like fly and swoop in directly in front of it and just shoot one of its mooks in the head, and then when it like turns to look at me, just like shoot another one until it starts coming at me, and then I'll just sort of like dance through the air and lead it on a little hop, skip, and a jump back towards Breakout.
Okay, that sounds like
Keep them busy.
yeah.
Okay,
This
so
is the war leader.
Yeah.
Nice.
11.
10 plus.
All
As
right.
much time as you need.
Yeah. Yeah, it's following you. Like it's just they don't speak. They're dumb. Remember.
Mhm.
So like the big commander unit's just.
Yeah. And I'll lead it in a little dance and bring it right under your nose.
I will be ready and waiting to take the shot.
Let's go for it.
Got 6 again.
That was 3 die?
Yeah, I rolled 2 2s and a 1.
Oh.
Okay.
Would the swarm of arrows come in?
No, much worse.
Okay.
Your HUD seizes up, and you have green and red damage going through your vision systems. Is your sense damaged? What about your wisdom? Yeah.
No, that's not damaged yet.
All right. Damage wisdom.
Do you have armor?
I have armor!
All right. You use your ECM, your electronic countermeasures, to block it and put up firewalls. As Megabyte nearby on a kind of command purview starts hitting you with hacking tech.
Fuck Megabyte.
He's burning out your internal systems with some severe black ice. How amusing.
Oh.
Don't worry, Breakout. All they did is reveal the better target. And I'm going to use my spy suite to hack into the transmission that he's sending out to Breakout and send it back to him.
All right, what is that?
That's not
Still
busy.
Still
Or
just
look
still
closely,
just
I guess.
keeping him busy or
Look closely.
look closely.
Either or. You want to
I'm deploying electronic countermeasures. I'm going to say keep him busy.
Okay. I just gotta look at tags because his names always have the dangerous tag. Oh god.
10 plus.
Okay, so yeah, you're in a hacking war with him.
Yep. All right, so he is no longer paying attention to you, and he is fully paying attention to me. So this is your chance.
Where is he?
He's up by one of the command ships on like a balcony.
Toss me, boy.
Sure thing. I guess you teleport closely to me, I lodge it the rail cannon, and I do my toss aside. Let's go again. Oh. I rolled an 8, so I choose one. You go exactly where you wanted to, but you don't necessarily land safely, don't crash, and I can't kill anyone, so it's up to the Overlord where some harm comes your way from this.
Right,
So
just on
what
his
did you
fist.
choose from your options with 8?
Breakout goes exactly where we wanted to, so right next to
Okay.
Megatron.
Megabyte.
Megabyte, sorry.
Yeah.
Not Megatron. Don't throw me to Megabyte!
I am the true Overlord here.
Don't throw me to him!
He just eats you at her.
Neat.
Alright, so I assume damage is happening?
Yeah, not to you though, because you rolled an 8. So
I mean-
you cut.
I guess you could always try using your acrobatics to.
No.
Okay.
You don't understand what's happening.
Ah, okay.
All right, so you fire and you land next to Megabyte. Like Megabyte rolls out of the way as you crash onto the ship. You're now on. Megabyte is on the Axelon.
Is that the...
That's the flagship for Tarantulus. Oh my! Like he's just like, oh my! It looks like you're trying to take this vessel. Piracy will not be condoned. And as that's happening, the cut coming on your end is a bunch of missiles drop on you, like an entire rack of them, as Dreadwing joins the fight.
Uh-oh.
Dreadwing the.
General,
Okay.
take damage.
Sure, I'll take damage, and I guess spend my regeneration to.
There you go.
Together.
Why don't you nerds have armor?
Unbelievable.
So, we still have advantage on
Megabyte.
Megabyte.
Yep.
So yeah, as I land next to him and he says that, I'm going to turn and I guess blast him. I was planning on knifing him as I land, but or harpooning him as
I like
Remember,
how your
he's-
witty
he's-
comeback is just shooting him in the face.
I'll have him come back.
Please keep in mind, he's also very big. He looks like a xenomorph, like one of those big Praetorians that was guarding the queen. He's a lot bigger than Necronom is.
But like I don't have to climb him.
No. I'm just giving you a fear.
Okay, yeah,
ratio.
I know he's fucking big, but he's not like
He's Megabyte. Like,
big. Okay.
go for it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got over 10.
KO.
All right, and you're using your guns.
I know this guy.
Yeah.
And they're the same-ish.
Yeah.
This guy's bigger.
Don't set it on fire.
But, What kind of damage are you more weak to, do you figure? Knives
I mean,
or
did he
guns?
reveal that to you?
Well, no, but I've seen him fight.
Knives between the armor plates.
That makes a lot of sense. So I'll use my elegant bladed weapon to
That's just a sword, right? It's not like a person.
Yes. For this one, it is a sword.
It's not a person?
Yes. Oh wait, no.
it's not a
Sorry,
person.
it is a person. Sorry,
Oh
it
my
is a person.
god. Your sword is a person?
Yeah, her sword and gun are a person. She has backups.
It's my turbo foxes.
Oh god.
Alright, you stab up into Megabyte's chest cavity, like where that blade of plating is with like his symbol, the Megabyte symbol for reboot. And it doesn't go in. Well. I suppose diplomacy is out of the question then. As he rolls back his shoulders and rises up above you.
I guess melee was the bad option.
Well, you are a threat to the world, and if you use the move, he has to pay a price.
Yeah. He can't be damaged by non-magic.
Oh.
By not magic?
Yeah!
So either
What?
one wouldn't have worked.
No
Okay.
one has magic.
Well, if any of your moves say that they give you magic gear.
Flutter has magic.
Plus, one of the companion things you could have gotten from Fellowship was a magic sword. Plus, you hung out with a bunch of wizards. I was just, you can be like, hey, can you give us magic stuff?
Like my magic doesn't do damage, though. I have magic, but it doesn't do damage.
Yeah, same.
Teleport inside of him.
Ant-Man to Thanos?
I mean, that's the only way.
Yeah. I did pay a price to act against her.
Good to know.
Which was specifically no sense of right and wrong.
Ooh.
Just a stat, yes. It causes him to do a bunch of huge, insane collateral damage.
Oh no, I guess I better be careful now.
I wish.
Well,
it
he's on the
was-
ship.
Oh no.
He's like, I don't want to wreck the ship I'm on.
And now he's like, oh, now I do. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, Dreadwing is there. Who wants to go next? Because you're in danger. Swing the spotlight.
We need to talk sense to Dreadwing.
Talk
We need
sense
to
to him.
We need to convince him that this won't end well. Who's good at talking?
For whom?
Anyone involved.
I have really high wisdom, so I can try to communicate with him.
You're also the same species as him.
No, Dreadwing, not Megabyte.
Oh, Dreadwing. Oh,
The general.
Captain.
You
General.
remember the one
That
that...
big fight I had last session?
I have no way of getting up to the ship anyway.
Either that or we just need to inflict enough losses that they retreat.
Seems to be the game here, definitely. Okay,
They're
so
committed.
Dreadwing, he's your rival?
No, my rival's dead. I took his head off. This is the guy we met at home. Remember?
The guy I challenged to single combat last time.
Oh wait,
The
I don't want to mess
honorable
with that.
one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
We've taken down some of their generals. I think if we break their armies, they might retreat. So I'm going to fly up and I'm going to start analyzing the swarm and see if I can pick out weak points for multiplex to exploit. We just took down their war leader, so they might be acting a bit more mindlessly. If I can figure out areas that
The
he
war
can-
leader's still alive. She
Like-
failed.
Oh right, yeah,
Yeah.
we failed that.
Yeah.
It's still out there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've engaged with him, so I know a bit about his tactics. I'm going to try and apply them to the bug swarm and figure out ways for multiplex to attack and do the most damage.
Sounds good.
Eight. So I guess where are they weak?
Which swarm?
The bug
There's
swarm.
multiple ones. The bug swarm?
Yeah.
Where are they weak? Tell me.
They're not smart enough to function as autonomous units, so they
That's
tend
true.
to clump up into big whirls that focus on specific areas and try and just tear them apart through sheer weight of numbers, which means that they are also condensed enough that a giant multiplex fist would take out a number at a time.
Sure, that sounds like a good advantage.
Right? Go.
So we should be talking with Dreadwing now to make sure that he doesn't cut us really bad.
Do you want me to tell him to stop attacking you, I guess?
Explain the situation with the vault, maybe. That's probably the only way. Because, you know, the Fallen is there.
I don't want to tell him that. That seems like a... Oh, wait, the Fallen, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to get on the intercoms with Dreadwing.
Okay. I'm let me just double check something real quick.
This isn't a keep him busy thing. This is actually me trying to talk with him.
Yeah, no, I understand. I understand exactly what you're about to try
Talk
to
sense.
do. Okay, so I do
Speak
that.
softly.
This is going to end well.
Yeah.
I have high hopes for this.
Pay a price.
Okay, yeah. You're gonna have to pay a price
Okay.
because he's the general, and you're trying to act against him.
Because he's a threat to the world.
I'm going to sacrifice one of my... One of my confidence and fast healing, actually. One of my regenerative things. I'm going to use that to kind of...
Overclock it.
Yeah, overclock it. Focus in on him.
All right. I'm going to erase a bond Tarantulus has with you to make you automatically fail whatever you're doing. Take the spotlight and twist the knife.
Okay.
Shit.
So yeah, I get cut off.
No, you get through, just not to him.
Oh.
So
Erased.
yeah, let's see what's happening here.
I see what's happening.
All right. Your systems get overridden. Now that would be telling, roommate.
You know what you're doing is insane.
No. It doesn't matter what you think you've heard. You're not smarter than me. I have every contingency covered, and I will not have my lab partner messing with my plan. I have all these idiots running around with as if their servos were cut off. I don't need you overpowering their sensitive frames with your Autobot propaganda. So, your options are, you have to pay a price, stand down. All right, you must either pay a price, stand down, and get out of the way, or attack you right now. Their choice.
Can I attack him right now?
Yeah, but it's not like shooting him. It's like through the fiction. Like,
Yeah.
You know,
Oh yeah.
if you want to like focus in on him.
Yeah. No, you're right. You were smarter than me. You were smarter than me before this, before you became Tarantulus, and now you're nothing. You're this. I've seen you. You're disgusting. You're falling apart. You're utterly insane.
Oh, I'll show you nothing. No matter what you make no matter what they choose, you make a hard cut against them.
Excellent.
Missiles.
Oh, I'll show you nothing. The ethereal turns about in midair, and its hand-like front points at you and fires.
Come on, show me what you're made of. Oh.
Oh no! Cutting up the battlefield, hitting you.
Okay.
Take a
Does armor suffice?
lose courage.
Armor doesn't suffice.
No.
Does it also damage some of his army?
No.
Damn. Also, is it and we are not so different, are we? That can be damaged, or does that one have to not be damaged?
What?
One of the bonds has to be.
Yeah, I've erased one of the bonds.
Okay, I didn't know if it didn't matter because I know he has that because he has the thing.
Yeah. The intercom crackles on again, and there's just that disappointed silence that follows.
You have burn scorches all over you.
Oh, you scrap.
He's firing around where you are. He's focused on you. Because now you're in an argument with him.
Yeah, he's talking back with more insults.
We'll flip away from there. Who wants to go next? You guys see this happening. Tarantulus is, you're on the ship that did this, and you hear him screaming inside while Megabyte's there, and Megabyte has one hand open, has one in a fist, and he punches his open hand and cracks a bunch of metal.
Yeah, I guess I'd like to go, but I can't actually do anything to this guy.
Let's go. Well, you can always get away from him into the ship, try to get to Tarantulas, and one-on-one, maybe.
Yeah, or if I could like boot him off the ship, that'd be nice too. For sure he can't fly.
Keep them busy, I guess? Well, what would you like to accomplish from this?
I would really like to boot him off the ship so he's no longer on the ship. And preferably he takes damage when he falls, but that's, whatever.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't think the ground can hurt him because the ground's not magic.
I mean, there's that seal there. If the smash is hit against the seal, I bet it's magic to some degree.
But yeah, I don't actually think I can boot him off. I don't know what that would even be. Maybe finish them, but...
Try speaking softly. Or talking sense.
Like, we know you're on our side, but...
Oh yeah, he's a spy.
Yeah, try talking sense, Nicole.
It occurs to me now.
He's kind of looking over where the ship's firing, doing that.
It occurs to me now that you're one of ours.
That would be telling, wouldn't it, little Autobot?
How about I just go on inside and we go our separate ways?
He just kind of leans back against the damaged railing and starts falling. Oh no, roll, you gotta roll. You gotta roll. You gotta
Give
earn
me
it.
something, give me something! You grease the wheels! Little Autobot!
Oh, what is this?
Talk sense.
Talk sense with sensor wisdom.
With
You tell
sensual
your
wisdom?
Those two things that got blown out and damaged.
I'm going to appeal to his emotions or desires because
Yeah, wisdom.
Yeah, so wisdom, which
So-
isn't damage actually. I used my
armor.
armor to protect
That's one magical thing.
for. I got a 5.
What? They choose
4,
one.
5, 6, but I have -1 to wisdom.
So the fiver must be expensive, difficult, demanding, or you can do what they ask of them, and they will tell you why. Pom pom pom.
Yeah, either they ask you for an expensive, difficult, or demeaning favor, or they can't do it.
Dance, monkey, dance.
No, easy enough. He makes the motion for you to stab him.
I'll go to stab him.
Yeah, he grabs your Turbo Fox and rips it off your arm and falls back with it. Like he rips it right out of you, and he's like, No, I have been torn asunder.
Rip!
You're selling it well.
It's not okay. The Turbo Fox's name is Rip, but it may seem like I'm just like,
Rip, Rip.
rest in peace, like just Rip. Just he's falling, and I'm just like, Rip.
YOLO.
Rip rip.
Alright, the ship is before you.
That's beautiful. That went a lot better than I thought it would. I'm going to go inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything before she goes inside?
Burning.
If
Oh,
she's
that's
heading
fine,
in,
yeah.
I'm going to go give her some backup.
Sure. Yeah, you break off to follow.
Should we all go in then?
I mean,
The showdown?
You're busy.
Okay.
You are so busy right now.
also, can you even fit in the ship?
No.
Yeah.
Scorpion had to hide in the cargo bay.
Well, if I start tearing into the ship, maybe.
It's like open it and you're just like your head's inside of it, just like looking around.
And I'm keeping
Oh.
tarantulas
This is
busy.
my hat.
Oh, you're here? Wham! To
Yeah,
the ship.
I guess you are keeping tarantulas busy.
It's great. I sure do love playing the distraction.
Alright, you two. You're inside the ship. Yeah, there's Decepticons running around and stuff. There's all sorts of things happening here. But it's mostly a straight shot to the bridge. A lot of that old Cybertronian tech's been torn off and damaged, and there's more of that interior plating, that ominous chanting noise.
This ain't right.
We go full sensor suite, recording everything.
There's like a lot of interference, and a lot of that static that hurts.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go straight to the bridge. I mean, yeah.
I got your 6.
Alright, the bridge is a large, it has like going to the edge of a saucer, you know, where it's like it kind of peaks and closes down a bit and gets a little more cave-like. The top part of like you imagine a saucer works like a dome, where it's like kind of like this.
Mm-hmm.
So like the top part of the shell is like clear screens. The bottom part is all these weird controls that look like they're made of like coral or spirals, and have just odd symbols floating above them, changing shape in different languages that you don't understand.
I was just gonna say, not Cybertronian.
No, none of this is Cybertronian.
Do they have any kind of like Cybertronian sockets or anything? Can I
Nope.
like jack in or plug in?
None of it. I guess Tarantulus is sitting in like this chair that looks like it was grown from the bridge itself, and looks vaguely Giger-esque. And is just sitting in it, hammering the fire button with like a rotted and wet hand.
Okay, so A, you should be invisible because
Can't be invisible.
Why?
I can hide though,
Why can't you be invisible? Did that
because
do
I'm out of
damage?
spells.
Oh shit! I didn't know that was a spell. That sucks. Okay.
But I am going to, as she approaches, I am going to try and hide somewhere nearby.
All right. Yeah, there's like all these weird corners and sharp angles.
I am going to, as fast as I can after the door opens, run up to him and harpoon him in the back.
You try and
That's
shoot
what
him?
I'm going to try to do. Presumably we have an advantage because he's keeping him busy.
Well, he's not
He's been
keeping
cut.
him busy.
But
He's been cut.
but we still have a situational advantage because he doesn't know we're there yet and he's occupied.
Oh, you're making an assumption about him, buddy.
He has
Okay, well,
so
a very
many bonds.
dangerous assumption.
He's got bonds for days with you guys. Have fun.
well, I mean, we're just describing what we're trying to do.
I know.
We know that mechanically it's not going to thresh
No,
out. We know we're not going to kill tarantulas.
I mean, you might. You just have to pay a bunch of prices.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you do not have advantage on him, so you will have to
Okay.
mechanically create it. So yeah, before you shoot him in the back, you're gonna have to get an advantage to be able to actually hurt him.
Look closely. I guess you can
Yeah, actually. I'm gonna
line
try
up the
to
shot for a brief.
look closely if I can then.
Go for it.
Ooh, that's plus sense, which is damaged.
I mean, you're together, so you're rolling with hopes that that cancels out.
I
So
also
you're
have a
just
minus
rolling.
1 too.
Yeah, exactly. We're both threats to the world, so
So you don't have to even pay the price.
Okay, I only get 2 dice because I'm rolling normally. I got a 5.
okay. You got a 5.
Yep,
Oh,
I rolled
no.
2 threes.
Oh,
and
your lucky
then-
number, Nicole.
Yeah.
All right. So what were you doing? Like, what was happening?
I ran through the door and was taking aim, trying to figure out the best way to shoot him.
Okay. You are going to get spiked by the ship
Okay.
because the ship is alive and knows you're here inside of it.
Okay.
What do you want to lose?
Oh.
Can I use my armor?
Yeah.
I would like to do so.
All right. He's yelling at Necronom on the intercom. They're arguing, and as he's slamming that wet fist of his against a panel, you're about to line up a shot when all of a sudden, below the ground plates kind of shift as if they're like shell of like a crustacean or whatever, and a bunch of spikes that look like they're made of like a flexible metal come out and impale you through the back, and your armor deflects it away.
I will try not to yell.
You on the intercom back to where you are. One moment. I have company.
No. You pay attention to me, damn it.
And he kind of hangs lopsidedly in his chair and starts to get up. Like you can see like servos spinning and burning and stuff, and he's sparking when he gets up. Who do we have?
Should we join
here?
this fight?
Break out!
I'm sorry, am I supposed to know who you are?
He's such an ass.
I don't remember hiring an Autobot trader. Well, any more than I already have. Are you new?
You don't need to know who I am. You won't be around to know anything after very soon.
Funny.
I say that better.
Yeah. He's gonna reply, funny. I think my general said that's the last Autobot who came to challenge me.
Punch the wall with some impaled head on it.
There are heads around here on spikes.
That's real ghoulish.
And a pile of plates.
I'm going to scan them. Do I recognize any?
Yeah, some of them are your people that you haven't heard from in a while. Some of them are just Autobots and Decepticons.
Yeah, I assume I recognize some of them.
Oh, yeah. There's like hissing noises and hearing noises coming from them. You are intruding on a science experiment. I would like to ask you to leave before I have the help dispose of you.
And I'd like to ask you to die.
What do you got?
Keep them busy.
Oh, look. What do you got? You two are here. You can start to do stuff to him.
Yeah, I guess I'll,
Engage to keep them busy, I guess.
yeah,
to do the
I guess that's
advantage.
what I'm doing. And hopefully you can, shoot him.
Alright,
I think we need to help them, Necronom.
do what you're doing, Nicole. Go for it.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You're no longer being shot at. He's no longer focused on you because, you guys tried to shoot him.
I'm still laying in a giant crater.
Oh.
I got
Hold
way
on.
more than 10.
Okay. Heart of Iron.
What does that mean?
He erases a bond with you, makes you automatically fail, and takes the spotlight and twists the knife on you.
Okay. What does twist the knife mean?
I gotta go twist the knife.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Wrecker, I remember that. You're those people I keep killing. No, you just line on up. He's gonna make you relive the pain of losing your comrades to him. At least this time I won't have to have the insect digest you and leave your leavings all over the place. I can just dispose of you myself. Twist the knife. You may pay a price, stand down and get out of the way, or attack me right now.
I attack you?
Yeah.
That's the option I choose.
Okay. You're gonna take. He's gonna shoot you apart. He's gonna separate you.
It just keeps happening.
Yeah?
Yeah, he shoots you through your T-cog.
You
Scrap, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you son of a bitch, but that's not a thing.
Oh, I recognize my master's handiwork. Thank you very much. Running around with Decepticon technology you stole, you little rapscallions. Of course, it's the only way you can win this war. You are now separated, which I think means you're no longer a threat to the world.
Yes.
Yeah, enjoy that.
So while he's busy shooting Breakout, I'm going to try and sneak around his control panel because I saw him manipulating it and firing at
It's
Necronom.
fairly wet.
Yeah. And use it to fire on his own army. But I'm going to Heart of Iron as well.
So you want me to give it to you?
I'm going to erase the bond, and you're going to twist the knife.
Sure. Alright, so it's like, it's the only way you people will win this war, stealing our secrets. And he's like holding his head, he's turning around. Get away from that, it's not for you! Back to your kennel! So, you can stand down and pay a price and get out of the way, or attack him right now and fly at him.
And why break with tradition? I'll attack him.
You just come at him. No, bad down. Ta. Yeah. Let me look at my hard cuts.
Oh right, you're not people to him. Because your people are like tools and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, why the fuck is he calling you like a dog? It's like, oh right, subhuman.
Oh, right. Racism.
Or yeah, you're unaligned. So you're a stray dog.
Let's see, what do I got? Sorry. I'm just
okay, that's
looking
fine.
at the different things I can do. What kind of gear do you have left?
Not much.
Like, what are your like?
I still have one thing of food and 2 arrows in my quiver.
What about your companion?
My companions are fine.
They're fine, or they're there? Who's with you right now?
Yeah, because they're your gear too. They're.
Yeah. Screech is with me right now, because Screech is always with me.
Cool, he's gonna shoot Screech right through the brain case.
You bastard. What does that do? Damage their stat?
Yeah.
Flutter, I'm fading.
So yeah, Screech gets shot through the brain.
Jesus.
Oh, you have parasites. Gross. You're gonna get this place disgusting and filthy.
You can't win, Tarantulus. We're gonna stop you.
You're gonna stop me. They don't understand. Who wants to go next? You two are in danger. What about you two? You have Dreadwing on you.
Huh. Well, I guess I'll like to talk sense to him. I'll start conveying then it's like, oh, you don't understand. This seal, it's holding something that shouldn't be there. That's the fallen. You'll doom us all. You'll bring Unicron here.
Go for it.
I get 10 plus.
Heart of Iron.
Sure, Heart of Iron.
So he'll burn that bond.
Last bond.
So you're starting to talk. I have no time for your deceptions today. And he'll fly out, turn to robot mode, charge up his cannon, and shoot you in the face. You have armor?
No, but I've got regeneration.
You still got some regeneration left, don't you?
Yep.
Alright. One moment. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, so he'll shoot you and you're going to regenerate.
Yep.
That's fine.
Can you keep him busy when it comes back to us so I can shoot him?
Yes.
I really want to shoot him.
Okay.
If we take care of Dreadwing, I can go there, and now I don't have any bond with Tarantulas. It means I'll be effective. So
I
You know what
also
I'm not
I
gonna
have
do?
2 more ones.
Attack the really honorable guy while he's busy fighting you.
you just need to talk sense to him.
You want to get up out of your crater?
Yes, I'm gonna try and reestablish contact as I had before.
Your
Now
radio's
that
a
you
little on
know
the fringe,
Tarantulus
but
is
yeah.
busy.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my secondary fast healing thing.
Alright. Megabyte walks by. I think we should take part in alacrity and vacate the conflict.
What do you mean?
Survival is the better part of valor, hive mate.
I agree. You should leave. I have things I need to do. He isn't lying, I say into the intercom. I'm telling you, and I am begging you to not take part in this. He's actively trying to bring back Unicron. You've seen what happened to him. What else could do that?
Alright, roll it.
Okay, I'm working with multiplex, obviously.
Yeah, with home.
Yep.
10 plus.
Nice.
Alright, so you're feeding him files and stuff. Like, you approach, you guys are both like, whoa, 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 Dreadwing, you don't know.
We all need to stop him. This is a threat to every Cybertronian.
You swear upon the prophets?
I swear upon it.
Oh, this is madness. And he immediately, of course, Tarantulus! There is a reckoning!
I thought you were like, immediately, of course.
Blows his brains out.
I was like, what? What? I mean, yay, I guess?
I cannot, forsake my code of honor. I cannot, break my allegiance to Tarantulas, but I cannot let this happen. But
Tarantulus, there is a reckoning. You are deceiving us. That's coming up over this ship. Ah! Those two weren't worth the trouble. Back to you guys.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Screech, and then back to Tarantulus. Be like, oh, what's the matter, Tarantulus? You don't like it when other people play with your toys? And I'm just gonna snap off a bit of the coral.
I don't. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You have no idea who you're dealing with.
I'll stab a console.
He's like putting up his hands like he's looking around the ship. You don't know what you're doing. What do you want from this?
I want to keep him busy. I want to keep him focused on me.
All right. Do I still have bonds with you?
You still have one
Well,
bond with
first
me.
of all, pay a price.
Yeah. First of all, pay a price to keep him busy.
Okay. I assume that because the ship is alive,
It's gonna attack you?
It's going to be punching back at me.
You're very smart.
So
yes.
I'm going to take some damage from that.
Punching glove on a spring.
I'm going to damage my blood.
All right. The ethereal is moving into view of the bridge, still firing at the seal. Like it's just moving into view.
It doesn't become a -2.
It means I roll with
Despair.
Yeah.
despair.
Yes.
You know what you're messing with, little insect. Yeah.
And then do I roll, or is he going to Heart of Iron me?
Oh, he'll let you roll to keep him busy.
I mean, you could. Here we go.
I mean, you could force him to Heart of Iron you.
Would you mind?
No, it's fine because you only have 1 bond with him more. I have 2 more with him, so if you get yours all the way gone, that'd be fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to Heart of Iron. He can twist the knife.
Okay, he definitely will. So pay a price,
Okay.
and then a hard cut's coming down the pike.
I mean, he did. Pay it.
No. Heart of Iron starts a price to be paid.
Oh, yeah. It's
It's a nightmare.
I guess.
So either you stand down or you attack.
I'm going to attack.
All right.
And I'm
He's
gonna,
trying to shoo you away from the console. Like, don't do that.
And I'm going to burn some of my gear. So as I'm messing with the consoles,
Like, you get spray back.
I just like unload a full clip into it
Sure.
as I'm going.
The hard cut is as he's pushing you around. There's like he has like a solar kind of weaponry built into him because he's like the Mars
Yeah.
rover. So he's like gonna try and shoot you, and when he does, he's gonna shoot your companion.
I can.
Without his stats, that means the bond burns, which means they either die.
Well, that one has 2 stats.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
All right, then he has none.
Yeah, now he has none.
It's like your buddy's taking the hits. He's trying to burn you out.
Poor Screech.
Ah, it hurts so much.
All he ever wanted to do was dance.
I can't feel my leg receptors. So he's fighting with you over the consoles. He's getting to melee with you.
Okay.
What do you do? Breakout or smash and grab?
Well, considering that he's not kept busy, so I can't do that, I will...
Look closely and Heart of Iron. Pretty much you just want to be burned to the bones and getting pummeled for it.
I'm gonna also just like then turn it around on me and start just like going to town on him, just starting to attack him. I know I don't have an advantage, so it's gonna keep him busy though.
Pay a price.
Alright, because I'm separated. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna get 2 actions?
No.
Damn. Alrighty, I will... lose 1 of my swords.
Sure.
I have so many weapons.
Weapons for days.
You just snap it off in the fight.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you pay a price just for doing that, and you're gonna try to keep him busy?
Yeah.
Alright, he's definitely gonna Heart of Iron you.
So I have to pay another price? Oh, what just happened?
Hard cut's coming your way. And you failed that roll.
Yeah, where's Heart of Iron? Come on.
Heart of Iron. Right here.
There we are. Erase the bomb flip, have on to fill the roll, steal the spot from them, twist the knife against them. Yeah, pay a price and stand down, or attack me right now.
And then I'm gonna attack him right now.
Okay, here comes a cut. I don't have time for this. He snaps his fingers, and as you're jumping towards him, a gravity tether opens up above you, or a gravity tether platform opens up below you. The ceiling snaps open, and he launches you out of the ship.
Shit.
One of you or both of you?
All of you. Like you're in the air. That's the hard cut.
I guess it's not my turn.
No, you're in free fall. All right. I gotta get back to work. I have to finish this. Are you still here?
Yep.
Get out! Leave! Or you'll make me do something everyone here will regret.
I'm gonna take a real hard look at him. He's.
Maybe.
Well,
Oh, okay, sure.
I mean, he's unhinged. He's damaged. He's sparking. I'm gonna do an analysis of his form and try and pinpoint where he's weak.
Pay the price.
Yeah. One, that happens.
Yeah. As I pull out my last clip, which has Tarantulus written on it, and jam it into my gun.
Go for it.
I'm going to lose the last of my energon as part of my price.
Sure.
And then I'm going to look closely at him.
Go for it.
What did you roll?
Snake eyes.
Ooh.
It's not great.
I can still ask only one question.
What?
And I only need one, which is what is his weak point?
Sure. It looks like he's awfully combustible. He's gonna damage you.
Okay.
So, to Grace.
Your best stat.
He fires into your system and it fries out some of your, he just fries through your, neuro activity.
I just take it, unflinching, and then I line up and fire back. So I roll with despair.
And he has no more bonds with you?
Nope.
No more bonds.
What did you roll?
I rolled 12.
All
with
right.
despair.
So that was for finish them?
Yeah.
Perfect. That means we go into Overlord damage now, and that starts becoming fun. A moment.
Well, I was going to say, A, I got a weapon that A is his weakness, B is an advantage in itself, C, I could probably jump him and snipe him through the thing because he doesn't have a bonds. Why are you doing all the moves? Well,
Okay, so because you destroyed, you actually don't have to pay a price for every single stat he has,
yeah.
Awesome.
which I think might have killed you.
Yeah, probably would have got me there.
But you're able to damage one of his Overlord stats. So,
What are his stats?
well,
Okay.
I choose. So I'm gonna say that shooting him damages his supernatural charisma because he is clearly heightened right now. Just gonna put a little friendly X next to it as you shoot him. And this is you're just shooting. You're just doing damage to him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you. I tried to be very polite, and I tried to show all the mercy I have, but I will show you. Price for interfering in my mercy mission. He hits a button on the ship. There's a full screen. He is going to no more talk and take Metro Titan out. Multiplex.
Oh no, I had such a good things against him. Sure. So, I guess...
So, both ships power up, and instead of firing at the seal, they triangulate and shoot multiplex. And it's a capital ship beam, so it hits you in the chest and blows your torso in half. Your head and your arm and your chest go in one direction, your torso and your legs go in another.
I was about to have such a cool move.
You are out. All your stats are damaged.
Oh, taken out.
And you also all must now retreat.
We must?
Yeah. As he takes the gloves off and overclocks. You see things hissing on him and the ships are rearing up. This ship starts shaking apart. Parts of it start breaking and snapping.
Okay.
Also, Multi-Titan's dying out there and needs help.
Yeah, I'm gonna communicate the evacuation notice to everyone on the field. We've got a lot of people out here, actually, I think.
Yeah, people start running and fleeing as like the other ship snaps free of its moorings and it unfurls into a mechanical cuttlefish with like fingers on it that reach down like a giant hand onto that seal and starts spinning and rips it open. And he's just looming over you, like up.
Okay. I am going to harpoon the ground near Multiplex, his head, I guess. And then I'm going to call to Blur to run up the rope, grab me, then run back down the rope so that I don't have falling damage. He's so fast he can do it, so... You're able to get out, right? You
Yeah,
can fly,
I am.
so...
I mean,
I just don't know how I uncouple from this confrontation.
There's a big
Oh, he's
hole.
looming over you right now.
Yeah.
You don't understand, little bug. They can't hear us right now because they're busy. Are you
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm not controlling the ships. They're in my head. He slides you the golden disc shard. You need to run.
I take it and fly out the hole.
Yeah, there's still that hole there.
Yeah, and fly out that hole as fast as I can.
and then this team plays. Oh yes.
As the two ships break off their Cybertronian armor plate, revealing their large red and black cuttlefish designs with like hands and arms on them, and they just start ripping into that seal.
Alright, I'll head to Multiplex.
Multiplex is fucked.
I'm in two pieces.
He is in stasis lock. He's oozing energon all over the place.
Like, this is worth being set on fire.
Can we... he's real big.
We need to take the most important parts and get out of here now. I don't know what's going to happen when that seal is fully broken, but we need out now. Take only what we need.
Like, is he...
Does anyone have any food?
Yeah.
Does anyone have any energon? If I can just charge myself up a bit, I might be able to...
I mean, there's still some energon there, because I still have that gear.
Yeah, there's still some stores in there.
There is a giant chunk of energon just sitting there, all chunky-like.
But what do you... Why?
Can we get him online, even temporarily?
I don't know. This is the most severe damage I've seen in a long time.
You're the scientist, you're the engineer.
I'm a butcher. Have you seen what I do?
We just need to power him up briefly.
Okay, I'm just gonna eat some of my food. Can you fill your belly just quickly like that?
No.
No? Okay.
Not in the middle of a goddamn nightmare.
There's
Okay,
a
then-
swarm right there.
In which case, we just need to pick him up and go. There's nothing we can do other than that.
Dreadwing lands. I love how you're like,
We're
oh.
like,
Like, all of your other allies are out trying to haul Metro Multiplex, and so is Dreadwing. Like, he's joining in, like, pushing.
okay.
Okay.
He's joining in. Is Nitro Zeus with us?
Yeah.
And Blur's, oh shit, if these people are actually joining our side right now, that's actually a pretty good win. I don't say that in character, this is terrible. In character, this is terrible, but like, out of character, it's like, hey.
You're pulling on a rope, dragging the corpse of Multiplex. You're like, what kind of came out on top there?
Yeah, Skyquake also joins, along with Blue Streak and that disabled bomb.
Oh, excellent.
The disabled bomb helps here.
And he throws that guy away.
Okay, the bomb's gone.
We'll use the explosion
Okay.
to propulse the...
Yeah, you guys are able to like grab different parts of him and like start hauling him away from Iacon onto a roadway somewhere, and then eventually onto an off ramp into like a ditch.
Christ.
Your darkest hour.
See, if I got one shot off of him,
Yeah.
and something.
Yeah.
Plus,
Okay.
I was also like, thinking, Feast of Legend, there are two ships. What if I jumped off, grabbed one of them, and smashed into the other?
That would have been great. You would have got into a melee fight with one of the ships.
That's fine.
That would have been great. It would have been cool.
Next time.
So,
You're a ways away. You've disengaged from the Iacon fight. It's still in the background because you're still in Iacon. You can see it happening.
we need to fix him and rest.
Yeah.
Necronom is kind of inconsolable at this point. He is freaking out around the circumference of the camp.
You have a lot of battle damage too. You took capital ship weapons.
Yeah, he's like glitching out and whatnot, and just like
Megabyte's there too.
Okay, cool. Oh fuck.
Hey, you all right?
no, nothing is all right. He did it. He won.
Hey, it's not over yet.
That was the seal. That was what happened on the ship.
I mean, Reiko was there for some of that.
Flooded taxes, you're going this deeper in, and nothing of importance.
Alternatively,
I mean, secrets aren't to be given away so freely.
You're right. He's mad. He's insane. He's out of control. But that means that he's also sloppy and unwieldy and not thinking things through. Yes, he got some of what he wanted, but he's not all the way there. We can still stop him.
You're just keeping that to yourself?
Yep.
That's fine.
somebody knows a secret.
Yep.
Also, you have the disc and you have the reader back at your base.
Yep.
Let's go back. Let's go back to the
Shrine of Rust.
yes that.
Do you think you're going to be able to repair multiplex?
They have doctors there.
They have doctors there. Yes.
Isn't Ambulon here with us?
Megabyte kind of perks up. We could do a patch job with our resin, get his autonomic systems back online, stimulate his T-cog.
Yeah. Between the two of us, we can create enough.
He's pilotable.
You have a point.
You guys are going to spend some time putting him back together and trying to force him in stasis lock to go back into his alt mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll pass. Time's gonna pass as that happens. As you still hear like shockwaves and damage happening outside, in Icon.
I'm going to take some of his energon as that's happening and fill my belly.
There isn't really time for that.
No time
I mean,
for that? Okay.
That's not the type of scene that's happening. This is sort of the wrap up before you start making decisions when the session happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
But to set the scene, enough time passes that you're able to get him and get him limping along, driving up one of the hyperways. The last scene that kind of shows on the battlefield, like you guys are going to scout back there a bit to make sure it's safe, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Insecticons have left. The ships break off. And the last thing left in Iacon after the seal's been blown up is there is a large Cybertronian smoking and burning with a cracked exoskeleton, fuselage, left on the ground, broken open. He looks awfully satanic.
But he's not up. They cracked him?
Yeah. Like, his body's just been left near the seal, drained dry, burning.
Okay, so he didn't want Satan to wake up, basically. Well, lose.
Well, I wanted the dark energon.
Yeah.
Maybe they just took his spark. Well, we'll have to investigate that next time.
Yeah. That's a location you can go to if you want to hang out with the Fallen. But I think on this, your darkest moment in the game so far, I think it's fair to call it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You guys, enjoy that. So, I was Devin,
Nicole?
Tyler?
Kevin.
And Peter.
and this is sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.